right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit football channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, definitely smash that like button, share, and subscribe. And if you're rewatching the video, definitely leave your thoughts in the comment section. Very much important towards the matter at hand. Yes. And if you're avid supporter of the channel, keep doing a great job. We truly respect it and appreciate it. All right. So, anyways, as you can see right there, I did a video earlier on talking about the under 17 selection and the preparation and stuff. All right. So obviously, Mr. Cataract contacted me. It looks like he wants to continue this conversation. So Cataract will be invited on the channel to hear what he has to say on his part, and I will look at some things because a lot of things that people ask as well. Some persons ask a few things like where would some of these guys go right after. We're going to try and detail that. Going to look back on the best players in both the Manning and Dacosta Cup as well. All right. And look where some of those age groups fall, so if some of them can actually make the under 17. So if we don't see them in under 17s, we have to ask questions what type of approach they're going with. All of those things are very much important. All right, yes, man. And I'm back in the office, so Omzo cannot come here with his bag of foolishness today, because I'm back here, so he can't say I'm in my car, yes. So anyways, let me flip up this right here. 1 second, let me get this right here. So this was the list that we had the other day, where in which the JFF released something. They had sent to me that some of the players them that you're complaining about were added to the list. I am not sure how truthful that is. All right, so I will wait before I can confirm. Big up yourself, Island Card. Hope all is well with you. All right, so we have to just go with the players them that we do have here. All right, it may be a little bit smaller, so let me maximize it for you so you can get to see it. All right. Yes, so this should be one. This should be the maximum size that is visible for you. I think that is okay now. All right. Taween Lynch, Mount Pleasant, FA. All right. Garfield Tomlinson, Garvey Marcel. And these are the conversation that will come up. All right. Tariq McKinley, Garvey Messio as well. O'Neill Edley, Glenmuir High School. Carlton Brown, Mona High School. Javin Williams, Manning School. Ahir Dixon, Yardcastle High School, which I definitely like the way Yardcastle plays. Yes, Raji Taylor, Kingston College. Alexavier Gooden, Saint Andrew Technical High School. That is Saint Andrew Stats. Yes, definitely one of the best players. Yes, Dante Peralta, Mona. All right, Ronaldo Itchman, Veer Technical High School. Nation Bolt Barrett, Clarendon College, and then you continue here. Jason White, Glenmuir, Ronaldo Barrett, Idel, Adrian Reed, St. George's High School, Malik Robinson. All right, let me continue. Malik Robinson. Garvey Massey again. So you realize a lot of Garvey Massey players on the pitch. DeAndre Gallimore, Clarendon College, yes, which I definitely needed one of the Clarendon College players in it because I was wondering how old they are, because they're playing football at astronomically higher level, to be honest, so it would be criminal if they do have 15 years old and they can't make the team, yeah, that would not be logical to me. Yes, but we saw one, DeAndre Gallimore, Jamani Bell, Woolmer's Boys School, Dylan John, Jamaica College, Cohen Denby High School, Denzel Mackenzie Mona, Damaria Bailey, Kingston College, Liam Murray, St. Diego High, Oreen Watson, Glenmuir High School, and Jadavine Wall, Excelsior High School. So those are the individuals that they started with. Obviously, they have added, they have completed a different trials with overseas based players. So obviously they saw enough overseas based players, and then they said that they added more players from local tweets. Some of the players then that we were trying to ask for, just to say that Oh, is it these guys are not here? What's going on? You understand me? Those are the individuals that they said they have added. So once I've gotten in reports on the training, I will let you guys know if they are there. All right. So we started our beautiful, try to ask the necessary questions, knowing that the tournament is a certain time, and you have to go through certain cycles. If you think it's justified to say that you're starting the tournament, the preparation this late, and you go by selecting these players, because that is very much information, very much informative, I should say. Or you select it's very much informative, because a lot of people be giving me information and it's not sounding good. You understand me? Not sounding good at all. You understand me? Because it looks like you're picking these, it looks like the same narrative spread very much far and wide. And I've said something earlier, and based on the thing that I've said and what I've actually heard right after, maybe I was just so right. It looks like it's a virus. It looks like it's a virus at this point. You understand me? The best way I can put it is, it looks like every single level of coaching in Jamaica, like for the national team, need someone, I need an outsider to coach it. I'm very sorry, but it looks like that's the direction things will be leading to, if what I'm hearing is actually exact. But I will wait until the selection process goes down, then I can know how it really works. All right, yes. Let me big up some people. Island Card, Christopher, big up yourself. Stats number 16. All right. No, youth under 16. Number 6. All right. Massive respect, big boss. So you should give you a name, man. Give you a name. Don't give you a name. You cannot just run away without the game. Joseph Brown, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Then Warren Webster, big up yourself, man. Yes, man. Do your thing, man. Do your thing, man. I hope you enjoy it, man, because those things are important, man. So JD, the players that is selected, do you agree with them? Which players would you add to the list? You have a few more players, at least 4 more players. I would put in this list to go there. Kyle Miles, you guys know him, so he will have to be on it. Yes, and around 3 other names. I have to go for those names. But I will add it in the show. Yes, that I would want on it. All right. So they can put on it, and then I would love to see them playing with these guys overseas. You know, I think we would learn a lot if they do it that way. I think we will just learn a lot. All right. Besas, massive respect, man, and thanks very much for being here, man. All right. Yeah, man. All right. So yeah, so that's what that's what we have here. So we have to wait a little bit on it. In terms of the procedure that they have actually outlined what they're going to do. I think it might be too drawn out and started too late in terms of the wide base that they wanted to do things from. Because, for instance, if you want to include foreign players in it, right, and Jamaican players that's finishing their competition at a different time, I thought that it's going to be too stretched out. So if they do go Jamaican only, if they explain themselves well, I would actually understand, because if you said you can't get everything organized and set up in time, I can understand. You know why? But I would still blame you for the lack of preparation and the speed of preparation as well. I have to blame you for that then, because you had information from day one to say that this is the time the tournament will start. We had some problems, but we showed some promise in the under 20s. So let we use this approach now to improve on what we did. So we knew about the qualities of the overseas based players them coming in and mesh with the local guys them, because we tried it out in the under 20s and it looks like it worked well. Right. So the next attitude that we should be having now is to say that, all right, then that worked now. Let we improve on it. The one thing we complained before was time. Oh, we never had the time. That's why they never looked so cohesive on the field. But yet still we went back to the same problematic situation, because now we have limited time. And based on what I'm hearing, it looks like you're going to prioritize certain things, certain people, because you don't you might don't feel confident that you can get everything done in a shorter span. So it looks like it's getting sad. It's definitely look like it's getting sad. And but I will wait and see. I will definitely wait and see. I still see a lot of kids on this list that I would love to see and keep a track of their records as well, because remember, everything is going down in the record books, all right, because the videos are here and the conversations um took place, so it's not a problem, man. I like a lot of these kids from they were playing in the Manning Cup and stuff. So yeah, let's see still, let's see. All right, Warren said, JD, true, lack of preparation is this a scratch record. Yes, I do believe that I start, because no, you cannot hold it back. You have to say that. If you complain every single time, because first thing, look, if you say you're the brightest, if you say you're the brightest, because remember, in all of these things, coaching, everything, they always seems to be accidentally the brightest thing at everything. All right, right? Uh, the brightest thing at every level, every time, everything. You understand me? You can't tell them nothing. They know everything. All right, right. Then you get it. So what happened now with that statement? With that statement now, you get limited leeway. You get limited leeway for you and people to have a conversation, because if people think that you're so superior in your intellect, it simply means that you're kind of limited towards the accidental things. So if you said, I made a mistake the last time and preparation was the solution, so we have to stage but scale by the preparation, and then we are improving every single thing, then why is it preparation still be the problem and we are going into these things even later? I don't understand. So what, when you're brighter you get more leeway to make mistakes, or it's when you're dunce and stupid, you get more leeway because people can understand that you don't have much sense? I don't understand. I think it's opposite way. I think it's when people know that your mind can slip up. They said, okay, I can completely understand why this guy made this mistake, because he's not the brightest fox in the box. But you guys come out every day like you're the super talented, the super educated, but yet still everything that you do is stupidness. It makes no logical sense, because it's not improving. It's actually going back over and over. So I have to definitely ask those questions, because I think it's actually logical questions to ask, to be honest, so I want to hear from you guys. What say you on that one, because I found it very, very, very tricky, very, very tricky, guys, very, very tricky. I don't know where Cataract is, because it looks like he likes to make entries, he likes to make entries, and I'm not in the best eye line at this point. Big of yourself, Shavan, massive respect. For me, let me just go through my players, them that I think are the best players. The best player I saw in the Manning Cup, and obviously we never got to watch everyone of the first stage of the Manning Cup, but we definitely watched a lot of the second round, and the most consistent player and the best player I saw in the Manning Cup. So simple. The best team that I saw, it was CC, and it was by a country mile. Anybody that watches football, it doesn't matter which playing style, and no football, I think you're going to say it's CC. All right. Yes. So CC was the best team. All right. The best player that I saw, and the most consistent player, I would consider it to be Malachi Douglas. Obviously, he's more older, but it doesn't matter. The competition lasts from, if you're 10 years, 12, 13, because you can enter the school it's at that time, and to 19. All right. And he was the most consistent one. The system that they do play, the defense essential, is critical in order to the pressed and the triangle traps. All right. And he's always a part of that zonal pressing. You understand me? So if you look at it from only a glamour point, you might have someone else. But for me, I would go for Malachi Douglas. One game, they did not do much things well. No, they did a lot of things well, but they only made four or five errors in the game. That was the KC game. And to be honest, those were much more two relaxing passes right behind the defensive line. So that was the problem. It's not like somebody broke them and took the ball away and caused the problems. It was just about them feeling too comfortable and posing that problem. All right. So Malachi Douglas, CC is the best team for me. You know, yeah. You had other personnels that did exceptionally well throughout it, which you can say, yeah, definitely we found them. Kyle Miles, one of the individuals that people crying out for the under 17, at least for the trials. He would be considered as one that you would have to put in that bunch of players that showcase skills at a younger age. And that's where I come to you to say to you yet again that 12 and 5 to 15, you can identify talent, because not everyone we saw in the Manning Cup that's playing at age 15 looks like Kyle Miles. You have players that are 17 does not look like Kyle Miles either. All right, so that is the big difference. So it's even the answers to certain questions are inside even your feet in your face, and you're not seeing it. All right, you're literally not seeing it. So these are the little things that I saw, and it answers a lot of my questions. So first thing, no Jamaican 12-year-old to 15-year-old competes with the rest of the world. No. You have exceptional players that works hard that you can say, okay, let me see how they worked out with the rest of the world. But Jamaica don't play, look how life funny. Jamaica don't play much under 15 competitions, because the last one that they should have entered, they literally just did not turn up. So, oh, in the world, you can compete with everyone, but nobody sees you. So these are propagandas that you need to just put aside. So when we get these batches, you can have good batches and you can have bad batches. Everyone can all agree, even Cataract. Okay, you can have a special batches of under 15 players that just turn up and do well. They might still not be better than the players them that's coming out of academy, because the difference between academy and just pick up a football and play, it is you naturally you have the worldly skilled, no problem, the worldly skilled, but these guys have been harnessed in our for years, and they're repeating that cycle. And man that can't come off a street side and just kick a ball one time and be better than them, it don't work. Education is very, very much important. Let me tell you again, education is very much important. If you think you're going to use your bag of 1650s mentality to beat nobody, you're not even getting close. The only thing you're going to cherish is, oh, Maggie, them it play back then and them get a good result 19,400 years ago. You never know if Mexico was bad on that day. You never know. All right, and you still don't win. You understand me? You're bragging on something that you never actually won, and you don't know if it's that's the one off day. You understand me? So let me go with the quality and the education over the overhype theatrics. That's what I would say. I would put it as overhype theatrics. So Cataract is here. Let me take a few comments first. No Manchester players on the list. If you have 111 dues, if you have a Manchester player, please send it in. All right. JD, how many CC and stats players on the list? I saw only one, I saw only one, but Garvey must have a good amount of players. Yes, and they never repeat, so I don't understand. Big up yourself, Wayne, man. Massive respect. Thanks for being here. No one of the man in school don't like. I don't know. I'm gonna get the finalists to let you know. All right. So JD, do you think Grim will put his take for his selection? For no, I don't think so. Then we have Warren said, JD, if you buy a shoe from a designer brand and it can't fit, what we do when it then to the fans, it has no value. So JD, some of the bigger heads say we can compete with the world, but that's a good one. You know why we can tackle that now? Because Mr. Speed and the others said that from early, right? But no, their tune has changed significant, significant. Their tune has actually changed, to be honest. Because remember, he was the same one came in and said he can't compete with the world, and certain level football can't match with certain level football. So clearly, someone at the higher level catch him up to speed. You understand me? Yes. No pun there. And be Mr. Speed. Yes. So, anyways, that we're bringing Cataract, because this was not my conversation. It was Mr. Cataract, but he likes to set stage like he's a big star, getting on my nerves. Yes, but so what say you, Mr. Cataract? What are you doing?
Good afternoon, JD. I see my silence gets on your nerves, so maybe I should just keep talking. But I won't be like some. This I think is a very important conversation. A few days from Christmas, we're in silly season, and I think that what I'm seeing is silly. Um, it's the on the 17th went into a camp this week. I tried to attend the camp as I did on the 17th, and I was informed that no YouTubers or media or fans would be permitted. Now, I didn't really want to cause an eruption because I made a plan for drive my car on the University of the West Indies compound where
Mm-hmm.
I, as a taxpayer, contribute to, and I didn't want to see a which boy I gonna move me. But I said I would respect the coach's wish, and you know, I'll play along for the time being. I understand that on the 17th, we are working towards with what they say is world best practice. Wrong move rally. So the first question I would have to ask the JFF with this new working and trading at world best practice is two questions, JD. Where in the world does best practice suggest that a team comes out on a piece of paper with no position, no age, nada to such, just one list of name and one list of school? I would like the Jamaica Football Federation, through its general secretary, to inform me if this is best practice for issuing a squad list for training, for the qualifiers, etc. Because this is news to me. As far as I know, what is put on there is your name, your position, your age, sometimes, and your club. Now, a school is not a club. And so we have 27 players, one at a club, and 26 unattached. Nowhere in the world, and JD, I asked you this, and I think you agreed and said this would be an ongoing conversation we have as the under 17s get ready for their qualifiers.
Mm-hmm.
When we look at the teams from Mexico and the USA,
Mm-hmm. Which we
if
are going to.
if we see any school listed there, that's my first. Secondly, JD, having been exposed to the English FA and football in England, and to some extent Europe. I used to like AC Milan when Paolo Maldini was there, one of my favorite ballers of all time. A one club player, played left back, and then played centre back. Was he the son of the great Cesare Maldini? I know you're in Europe, you would know that,
No,
JD.
I was just looking for the list of
No man,
players.
no man, look for the list, man. Do that, man. I
Yeah,
think
that's what I'm looking for.
I'm just saying that I have never seen the England FA unless I'm now to understand that they don't operate at best practice. Issue a squad list in this manner. What I know to be best practice is that a press conference is called, the squad is released to the press, a press conference is called, the coach and his technical staff address the media, outlining their selection policy, their rationale for selection of players. They then field questions from the media, which generally is why so and so not in our squad, and how come so and so make the squad, right? Sorry, let me
Yes,
do the English term.
what we're doing, we're putting up some additional things so you can see for yourself. This is the USMNT, which is United States, obviously.
On the 17, on the 17, not 17, on the
Under
17.
17 man's result. They have already played 3 matches. May 5, 5th, versus Italy. They lost 1-0. May 7th, 2022, versus Belgium. They won 3-0. And they played May 10th, the 22, versus Portugal. They won 2-1. I'm getting the squad for you, all right? Just to show you how the bigger teams taking it serious, because that is May. We are in November now.
And
So I'm going to get the players that played and show you.
meantime, Jamaica at best practice. So I'm to understand, JD, that best practice is that we don't play any friendlies. I'm supposing because we have some secret weapons that we want to unleash in Guatemala, and we don't want the fans, we don't want anyone in Jamaica and Concacaf to see this team perform so they can prepare for us. I'm presuming that's the best practice. However, what I know is that you get the kids together and you play as many friendly matches as you can so that the team can gel and you can make your assessments. I don't know if you can tell me if that's how it runs in Belgium, or well, clearly Belgium doesn't follow this strategy, and Belgium is not doing best practice because Belgium is obviously playing friendly matches. So I should expect us to win the World Cup, JD.
All right. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna pull up something. We're gonna put transfer markets. So all of the guys them that played so far, we can make sure to get it for you. All right. So transfer market, I'm gonna just put the names them so you can see them at the same time. So transfer market, the first one is LA Galaxy Academy, and this is Riley. Riley Delgado. Riley Delgado. He's 16 years old. August 13. So next year, August 13, he's going to be 17. So he should be eligible for the place. And obviously, he just played it for preparation. And I'm going to give you have Tyler Hall from Inter Miami CF.
Look, JD, can I ask you if you can just bring up the squad first so that they can see?
Yeah, because where I'm getting the data from, I don't see the whole squad as yet. I'm trying to get the whole roster for you. I'm trying to get but I'm just giving people some names so they can know that it's not a joke thing. All right, Stuart Hawkins.
No, before you move from Riley, I want you to note that he has 4 caps.
Yes.
4 international caps.
Yes. He's 16. Yeah.
And so we are going in with players with 0 caps. International best practice. I've asked on your show before, JD, and I'm going to ask again if when you could get Mr. Dennis Chung, because this has to do with
I don't know the dude. I don't know the dude.
This has to do with administrative policy, right? Um, oh,
Jason Castillo, this is the next one from Sunny. I'm just putting all of them every single second
oh,
just to
yeah,
show
man.
you.
We're gonna take our
He's
time
16
with
as well,
this.
and he has
16
two.
years old, two
Yes, he's
caps,
16,
left
and he,
back,
February, yeah.
Seattle Sounders Academy. Wow.
Yes,
Could
all
you
of them,
could
all
you
of the
could you
listing.
could you click on Seattle Sounders Academy, please, and just click on the academy because I want to see people to know that there are different categories of academies around the world. You have category one academies, category two academies, and
So
JD,
you can see.
isn't that the same in
Yes, no, in all of the other places, then the same, man. Same in England, in Belgium, Italy, the same. Different categories. Every time because you can't have academy from 80 that has 8 year olds to 12 year olds and they're playing 15 year olds. No, no, they
right
kind of categorize them always in our
categorize them?
Mhm.
And importantly, if we look at this with Seattle, we would see that in that squad, 10% of that squad are overseas, or they call foreigners. So these players that we will be coming up against would have been playing with and against foreigners. So we should thank Jamaica College FC
Mhm.
for the number of overseas players that they have transferred in, right?
Yes,
Um,
yes.
so get back to the squad
Yes, so,
again.
so let me go back to the players them. So at least we can see some of the players. And you realize you have American and Seattle Sounders that are 15 years old and they never selected them. All right. So they do have difference or they do the process. So they have a lot of choices just to go with. You have Tyler Hall. Let me put in Tyler Hall here and see where he's coming from. Tyler Hall, see, yeah, this one is one that you have to look out for. 16-year-old center back, yes, yeah, they are making some good moves, man. United States, they're blessed with these talents coming up. So Tyler Hall, I should say, he's at Miami Academy. Yes, you can look out for him. February the 5th, 2006, 16 years old. Yes, and he's a center back, as you can see, and he has
With
8 caps
eight
so far.
caps.
Yes, 8 caps.
And
He's
again,
definitely one of the players to look out for.
that is
So
not
yeah,
international best practice because you don't want a player that is too tired, have too much caps, so people know him and him tired. Again, I'm presuming that this is how we are dealing with things. JD, as you search for the next player in the United States squad, you will see a pattern. But um, I want to.
this one you're gonna like. This one you're gonna like. 16 years old. He
Oh,
has
no caps.
dual nationality. No, he has dual nationalities. He can play for Ghana and also United States. And he's 16, and they're trying to make sure he plays and keep him in the system so
Mm,
he can choose United States in the future. But he's 16 years old.
mm.
I never knew that big nations actually go about trying to get people
Forget
that can
dual
play dual.
nationals.
Yes, he's a dual national. Look, let me show
Yeah,
you. He's a dual national.
yeah, man, dual national.
Ghanaian. See, Ghanaian and United States. So when I was looking at it and I tried to do some research, I'm realizing that this is what United States trying to do. They're trying to make sure they have all of these guys feeling that they can make the team because that is a part of it. So, and that's what I was trying
So,
to explain to the
so
Jamaican people. So you have to make the people feel like they're welcome. So if they have to choose in the future, because you never may know how far he's going to jump. Maybe he's going to move from the MLS side and go in England, and then it could turn towards Ghana. But you're going to always remember that. Okay, no, but United States gave me the opportunity to further my development. So I will choose the United States if I got that chance. If you understand where I'm coming from, guys. But these are, you see, so when I tell you, don't let people tell you foolishness. All right. Don't let people tell you foolishness, guys. Check them for yourself. All the players, them. Just check them for yourself and you see. All right. Just check them for yourself. I'm telling you. All right. Yes. So he has 2 caps already. Yes. So look out for him. And the next one that had 8 caps. Jeremy Miller, big up yourself. Siobhan said the games the U17 team will be against a parish league team. I bet you. Well, we will learn soon. We are just trying to make sure we give people the information necessary. And remember, these are all academies connected to actual premier MLS clubs. If you realize the thing that they have promised me that they would have done in Jamaica to connect academies towards the actual clubs them. And up to this point, it has not been achieved. All right. So this shows you have one place trying to improve on football to compete with the rest of the world, and one place tell us them great. You understand me? That's why when I said to you, no, if you don't work hard, you cannot be great. No, you understand where I'm coming from, because you can expect the information here. Cataract, we can type in information and get the player, don't you? Get a database on the player, everything that he did, every nail that he scratched, everything, don't.
Of
Type in one
course.
of the players and we just name and see if you know nothing about them. You're just complaining about the same thing, that you want information on the player. Well, you type in these players and they are the same age. So you can't say they're hiding. The information is there. You just go and check it, see what he's doing, and you type in his name, go and find him, literally. So you have to make sure, no, this. So we are exposing to the people in what level the rest of the world is at, the reality zone, because this is the reality zone. You understand me? The truth. You get me? You can type in any one of these players and go and check them for yourself. You understand me? And you will see the
Look, but
information.
JD, I want to even challenge even further. Let's go back to the first baller that was at the LA Galaxy or the Sounders, and I want
Okay,
you to click on
Castillo.
him.
Castillo. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Castillo, you
man.
can get everything for him.
And
Castillo.
let us see what he has done in 2022, football wise.
Yeah, they're gonna show you position. Let me see. Uh let me minimize this, because I have to minimize it just to make sure I can get everything
Look,
on it.
that's
As you
this
can
is
see the two
national
cap
team.
over there, it's a national. Maybe we don't get any the
Oh,
additional
the
file
data
on this
on the
side,
match on the
but the
match.
rest, has it. The rest has it. We just touch one that had it. We're just showing
Just
things
let's
for
look
him.
at let's look at that player who had the information there, JD, so we can examine what kind of player would be coming up again. And I asked the people them to excuse me. I just get some nice fruits from country. Um, what cataract loving belly. But
All right, so we have Jermaine said, and JD, I told you that before about the USA and England tying up players, just like Chelsea was buying up all the young players. Well, one thing is, Big Boss. I did believe you and everything, but remember saying, once I have to bring it to the people, I have to vet it and everything. So that's what we're doing, man. Triple E, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Yeah. The person who in charge. I'm gonna try and bring up everything. The person who is in charge of planning need to come on so we can ask questions. They do come on shows so you can ask questions. Remember, I'm not the person. The last time the president said he wanted to do the stream, I just couldn't find the time, because the time that he's giving me, my data comes first, and I can't do it on that time, you know. Yeah, so you will see them on other platforms. So you just ask them the questions, you know. And if I have the time, I will do it with him. Yeah. But I never contacted him back, because from I texted you, I think you have to get back to me if you want to do something. Why can't our team actually play games? Have even a mini tournament with other Caribbean teams. That is a good idea. That is definitely a good idea. Mad Vibe said, when you say academy, some compare to what we have locally, but these are multi-million state of state of the art facilities where players go to school. Yes, I know that. Mad Vibes. I know that. I know that. I know
so
that. Remember, my family went in it as well. So I know. I know how it runs.
so JD,
Yeah. Continue. Let me. Yeah, 'cause I was just gonna answer.
I wonder if you could bring up the Mexican squad now.
Yes, I'm going to go for the Mexican squad, and I want to bring up all the full squads. So give me a second. Let me try and see if I can get the Mexican one. All right. Yes, we're gonna get it. We're gonna 1 second. Jeremy Miller said, Cataract, is the new coach going to be the technical director, or it is still Wendell Lawrence? I think he's pretty much being that, because if he's doing everything, I think he's that. He's just not getting the title. Someone else will occupy the title. But I think he's gonna do the work for everyone. based on what they're explaining, because that's the thing,
But
it's based off what they're explaining.
I don't see that though, JD. I disagree with you
You
because
don't see that.
no, because if he was a technical director, he would be having some input into the selection of under 17 players, because a player at 16 will be 20 years old in 2026, and that would be a young player for his squad. So he would be looking now to say, okay, I see a player like Zach Lovelace at Rangers come in. I see him now as a striker for 2025. Or if JD brings up his list, I see Duncan McKenzie. Um, those questions would be able to be answered as a technical director, because as a technical director, you're supposed to be making sure we have the same philosophy, um, the same type of players are being brought into the national team, so that when you have a injury or you have a situation in the squad, for example, like Cameroon, when Cameroon goalkeeper left, you realize that in the last match where their goalkeeper was injured is the 19-year-old teenage goalkeeper that had played against Jamaica. You realize that was the keeper. But I don't know if everybody realized that, JD,
For Cameroon.
that the Cameroon we played against a little
Yes, yes,
teenage keeper.
yes.
He
That's
was one of the person, based on his performance against Jamaica, him and Abukar were brought into the squad. When they said Song
yes.
said he was taking two locally based players to the World Cup, right? No, he was called upon and he gave a good account of himself. He didn't say, boy, oh, but they're in school and someone can't keep at the World Cup. Don't kick the shot too hard. We have to realize that at age 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, or 19, teenagers are playing against big men. Wayne Rooney, Michael Owen are two that come to mind for me immediately as players who were 16 and playing against big men. They weren't playing no England school Ministry of Education league. They were playing big man football. Michael Owen and Wayne Rooney at the times became the youngest ever goal scorers in the Premier League. And so that's the worldwide standard, JD, that I think we need to attain to. The other thing I wanted to ask, and I think Warren Webster asked it about, or someone else, if I'm incorrect, asked about the transitioning. Now, when we saw the under 20 squad picked, right, there were two young players in that squad. One was Duncan McKenzie, I think. Is that correct? And the
In
other,
the under 20.
yeah, man. And the other was, I think it was Duncan McKenzie. And the other player was, is it Kobe Thomas from Inter Miami? What was the name of the player from
Yeah,
Inter Miami?
Kobe Thomas was definitely
He
young.
was young. And I am asking, when you are putting together, so a player plays for the under 20, when you are putting together the under 17, wouldn't the two players on the under 20 be the first and second name on your under 17 team, captain and vice captain? Having had over 2 months of under 20 camp, having been exposed to international age group level football, having the experience of playing in a qualifying tournament, wouldn't those two players automatically be a captain and vice captain to start?
But look at this now. I'm gonna show you that you have two different sides when you come on to the girl football and the boy football. Maya, literally the other day, Maya was similar situation like Kobe. Maya Magna, I don't remember our last name. Yeah, but somebody obviously, we have people that can Google it in YouTube and put it in the chat. She when she dropped down, she was definitely the main player. You understand me? She was definitely the main player, and she got picked. You know, so if you had any player that can actually play, um, I think it can bring them down.
So
Yeah. So
Jason Bruno, how is Kobe too old when Kobe was the youngest player in the under 20? And yet we see Duncan McKenzie. I saw his name in there. Am I correct? Let me know
hold on, hold on, hold on.
if I'm incorrect.
I'm I'm getting Kobe age and the date that he plays. All right. Kobe is now 17, so you wouldn't be eligible. Is 2005 he was actually born.
Right,
At least this one.
I ask forgiveness. Please forgive
This
me.
is forward into Miami, so that's what it's saying.
Okay.
All right.
I
So that means none of them wouldn't
withdraw.
play. But your point still remain valid because you're talking about the transition between players, and I said it happened at the girls stage without a problem. And it makes sense what you're saying because they brought back some of the younger players that can play into the lower level to make them be feel more comfortable. So it worked before. So it's a valid point. Tennessee said, JD, ask Cataract if he's scouting for Guatemala or Honduras because I can't understand why they're hiding the team. All right.
No, I don't know. I am wondering, JD, and I've asked before, and you were here when I asked, why the executive summary, not the detail. We don't need to know the minor detail. Why the executive summary from the under 20 failed qualifiers? It was not made public and discussed with us in the public so that we could have a view on and get some closure to the hurt that we felt by the non-qualification of Jamaica.
I
And
don't know.
therefore, we would have had the lessons learned and the best practices and what not to do again. I can only assume in the absence of what you call it now, in the absence of any transparency, I can only assume that the main finding of the technical committee's report about the failed under 20 World Cup, why Jamaica flopped in Honduras, knocked out by Dominican Republic, that footballing
But
gigantic. Hold
Cataract
on, let me
asked.
finish. I want to at this point. We were knocked out by that country with a great footballing tradition and a whole heap of money and professional teams and all of that. The reason why Jamaica failed was because Cataract and other YouTubers were up at Huey. And therefore, what must be implemented is that no YouTuber, no media must come there and watch the training. That I mean, is that logical? Because that's the only thing that they have done. Bringing players together 2 months before a tournament for trials, tick. That works. Let's do it again. Um, Having youth players pay for their own airfare to come to Jamaica so that the best players who may not be rich don't come, that works. Tick. Let's do that again. Not going to the United Kingdom to scout for the best talent and bring them in right at the start so that there's no disruption to team harmony. Yes, that works. Tick. Let's do that again. Not engaging the former reggae boys who are in the coaching setup at clubs in the United Kingdom, including head coaches like Paul Hall, Darren Moore, Dion Burton at West Brom, Jason Newell at Charlton, you know, there are Jamal Campbell Rice at I can't remember the club, but let's not engage those former reggae boys to identify within their clubs any eligible Jamaican players who, based on their FIFA Pro license, could maybe be of benefit to Jamaica. Tick. Let's not do that. Let's not speak to the current Reggae Boys like Mikel Antonio, Jamal Lowe, Liam Moore at Reading, for them to look in their academies and see if there are any players who may be eligible for Jamaica, and they assist them and encourage them to get their Jamaican documentation. No, that we didn't do that in under 20. Let's not do that, because that works well for us. You understand, people, and JD, you understand the madness me I talk about? But YouTubers travel from Mandeville every day to come in and watch the team.
Yes, Sheridan.
Is the reason. That's the reason why we didn't qualify. So let's cut that out. And Jamaica will win the under-17 World Cup. I pause, JD. Bring in the call.
I'm driving. I'm not listening to the stream. I'm listening to you. But
okay.
I can't hear the stream because I'm using my phone. Yeah.
So you can't hear Cataract in the background talking?
No, I can't. No, I can't.
I can't. Okay. Then, if you have anything to say, then let's say what you're saying, and then I have to fix the situation because I don't know what happened here. You know.
You let me know when I can talk.
No, man, you can finish. We're just going to go into the USA players that we have on the list. But continue. Just finish your point, and we can get through. Don't.
Okay. I want to give the JFF kudos for the improvements that they're making. But, and this is a big but, they say you need to affirm before you start to beat. So they're making changes, and I acknowledge it. But, I just checked while I was driving, and I saw that the draw for the under-17 World Cup was made from September, if I'm not wrong. I stand corrected if I'm wrong. And now, today is the 16th of December. And the tournament starts February 11th, I think. If I'm wrong again, I stand to be corrected. And at this point in time, we're still having trials. This is poised to be another failed campaign for the youths, where they will be underprepared and they're going to go out there against teams who have been together for weeks, if not months now, who are well-oiled, and we're going to just go out there with a pickup team of guys who play in different systems, and to go out there to embarrass the young youth and kill their confidence. I don't know if this coach, honestly, I have no respect for these guys. I don't think they have any system. They have coaching badges or whatever it is, but I don't think they have any system. They can't, I saw the guy a couple weeks ago at the trials here in Florida. And
are you one second? Are you hearing him, Cataract?
Yes, I'm hearing him.
Okay, but he can't hear you. I don't know how is that possible. But yeah, let me continue. Finish your point, Sheridan, so I can close it up.
Yeah, and I don't.
One second, Sheridan. I'm not going to open the Discord because I'm having some problems. See, Cataract can hear him and he can't hear him back. So I just want to just run the show. Once it's done, I will try and fix it for a different day. But continue, Sheridan.
After I'm finished, I'm gonna go back to the live.
I'm just telling Sheridan because I'm telling Shavan because Shavan is asking me if it's a different Discord and stuff. So I'm just telling him that it's not working. So I can't bother with the confusion now and live. So I prefer to finish this.
Yeah. So I was watching the guys' body language at the trials. I was like, I don't really think that this man have the eyes for talent. There's no confidence. And as a coach and as a scout, there's certain kind of things that you need to display towards those who you are in control of. And you spark a kind of a positive into the youngsters. And I don't see it in this guy I'm not too confident. And I wouldn't be too surprised if this squad is made up of predominantly local Manning Cup and Dacosta Cup player. Because
and you were at the trials, right? You were at the trials, right?
And I was at the trials.
Okay,
I was at the trials.
And Look at that.
Hey,
Look at the man. You're
I hope I'm wrong.
Cataract. Yeah, no, I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. All right.
I
Yes.
hope you're wrong.
Yeah.
And JD, I remember a couple months ago, this guy was on an interview, and I don't know if it was you who played it.
Yeah, it was me. It was
And
me.
when he
It was
was
me.
asked if they're gonna be if it's gonna be a local squad or it's gonna be a mixture, and he said he has a few positions that he will be like looking outside of to fill. But going back to that interview and the time that we have now, we have less than a month to have a squad together, and you're still having trials. I don't think we're gonna be prepared, and this is gonna be another failed campaign for
All right.
our youths again.
I love the fact that you
And
brought you remind us.
take them, dash them away, and we never hear about these youths again. So it's just a constant failure of those who are in charge. Get the youth together in time to have the youth prepared so they can make a good representation of themselves and of the country they represent. That's all I have to say.
All right. Now, respect. We chop it up, yeah. All right. So let me close off this card thing.
Respect,
'Cause-
caller.
Yes. Yeah. Very good point, because he had said something before. Because hold on, Ketrak. He had said something before saying that it's just a few positions he wants to fill. So if there is a few positions that he wanted to fill, why the sense of having a trials, Cataract? Because that's what he said on the national program. You know?
But bro, I don't understand.
So that simply means he would have had his squad overall. You would have already had it in squad, and now he wants a few pieces. So what is sense you're going around having trials? Because he said that for real, and I did say I'm going to hold him accountable to that statement.
As I said,
But finish.
I will allow Coach Gordon, because even when the things don't make sense, so let me tell you what don't make sense to me. How come fans and outsiders were allowed to observe the trials in Fort Lauderdale, but the trials for local players in Jamaica, we can't observe it? Why is there one bar and one goose? What's good for the goose is not good for the gander. So, in my view, you want to show up if there are bad players and things will go on and say, oh, so the man them no good in America. But you want to keep from us the goings on of what happened with the squad. Now, JD, if you remember, and I even got crucified for it, man like me, we knew things, like we knew who was injured, but we had to hold it. We had to hold it. You remember I had spoken to you and I said to you, well, JD, as a brethren, I am just letting you know so that you are aware, but you can't say nothing about it. The youth, Louis Watson, who was injured and every day him there on the physio table and not trained. And we had to hold these things down in the interest of Jamaica. So we are responsible journalists. If we get information and have information that could be damaging to the squad, we're not going to come brawling and say anything. Because we understand if you say to a man, say, yo, that man, they're injured. Dominican Republic will say, oh, yes, let's attack down the left side, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. But
DDM, your people saying that they're counting how much overseas play, but the problem is the DDM. How can you, what Cataract trying to say then, if you get the chance to see the overseas players, then you can't get the chance to see the local players, them, so you can make the comparison. Oh, ironic, after we said that, yes, man, we want to see two squads so we can rectify how good these guys are. We can make up our own listing based on what we saw. You understand me? And if we don't know enough, we bring it to even higher up of officials so they can check it for themselves and give us a full squad. Then we can look back at you select the squad. But I think I think it was clear. They never had control over the overseas camp, and they have control over the local camp. Simple as that. If they had control over the overseas camp, they would have tried to lock it off as well. And they never expected people to turn up in America. You know?
So JD,
yeah.
The other thing I want to point out to you is, and ask you as you rightly pointed out. And people always bring up and I'm going to say it, the xenophobic massive always
Mm-hmm.
bring up that for netball and for um, track and field,
Mm-hmm.
we have local Jamaicans and we don't need for bringing no foreigner, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the truth of the matter is, JD, in track and field,
Mm-hmm.
there is a trials held
Yes.
at the National Stadium
Yes. And if you
with
win, you get in.
thousands of fans.
Mm-hmm.
And if Brianna Williams, born in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, to Jamaican parents, if she come eighth, she not go dep on the relay team. But if she come
Yes.
fourth, she go dep on it. And
Simple.
if she bring down three sisters were born America to Jamaican parents, and the four of them come 1, 2, 3, 4, and Shelly and come 5, and Elaine come 6. Then at them 4 Yankee girl, as you don't want, since you don't want to be disrespectful, and them are
Yeah.
gonna run.
And to be honest, I've listened to the track and field and listened to the audience. I don't think the xenophobia change. They're still xenophobic just the same. It's just because
But
they don't have control over it, as what you said. If a
but
person run
it's
and they have eligible,
transparent. It's
yes, yes,
transparent.
yes,
And so I am saying, if you believe that the players in the Manning and the Costa Cup are of world standard, because remember, we qualified for a World Cup, meaning we are playing the best around the world.
mm-hmm.
Not the best of halfway tree, or the
Yes,
best of Santa Cruz.
mm-hmm.
If you believe that, pack up 23 players on a flight and fly go to England, go play a Jamaican all-star eligible players who are under 17
And see what happened.
and see what happened. And then we just done the argument. If them beat them 6-love, like people possess our 3-love or 2-love, then Cataract shut up. I mean, stop watching this football.
Yes,
Because
yes,
I'm saying to you, it is no indictment on the players in Jamaica. But from a tender age, and every streamer gonna go hear him name. From age 7 Anthony Grant there at Chelsea, I get the best physio, the best medic, the best dietitian, the best doctor, the best trainer, meaning pro license trainer. Because the under 8s, everybody in the academy have pro license. No man no in a no Chelsea academy no have no UEFA C license. No man no in a Genk. No man no in a Club Brugge. None of them no have no UEFA C license. And JD, I challenge you to tell me that. You can't see no C license. If you see a C license man running around at Club Brugge,
no, unless no, enough people have
JD,
license, so it would not be possible because unless them check up a player and the player just a transfer to coaching and him a big player like
and he would be the
them
head
guys said,
coach.
no, him can't be the head coach. He's gonna just be secondary, and because them a try push him for finish him license fast enough to
Yeah,
take
man.
over. You understand me?
No, but
But
I'm talking
it's
about the
over.
head,
Yes.
head coach of the academy, the under 8, the
Yeah,
under
man, yeah,
10.
man.
If you see
Cataract,
a man
hold
with a
on.
C license, if you
Cataract,
see
remember,
if you
Cataract,
see a
hold
man
on.
with a seal,
But all I'm saying is, this is what I've been talking about, the approach. But remember, one place think that they're great without having no education. And not all. Them just believe that they can get up and be the best at anything. And if they even have a remote positive, they delude themselves on that positive to push so long on it, so they end up with nothing. Whilst the next man over here, him have one hiccup, but him end up to have the UEFA A license, and then him to get a job. And you know win one match in the national team because you get 600 matches and you dance like dog. You use that for hype up yourself for the world time. As you say, "Hey, you see me can get an A license." No, you only get opportunity because at our society, why you even get a job. In normal countries, you wouldn't have that job because you have to have your education first. So education is always necessary. Them people, them love talk about, oh, links can get you everywhere. Lie, you not tell. All right, links can get you where you want. Well, you're going to tell, if you're not in education, you're not get nowhere because people that they are oversee, the overseers, every other place is only Jamaica alone. You not have no overseer of the overseer. Him just, you get con that man or that man corrupted, that man just give you a job and that's it. Only place on
So,
planet Earth.
so JD, as I wanted to say, I make me lose track of a thought to the one. Say, John, no, dog. John, no, me totally lose the point in
No, I
reality.
was I did
No,
two
no,
certain
me just say me lose the point. Me
No,
lose the
but I
point
was
out
just
of my
trying to
head.
add to show it
No,
says
no.
the mentality of the people causing the problems because we think that we're too great. No one believes in. That's why I say, I'm sorry when Usain Bolt and Shelly and Fraser them a win, them never promote or are the girls them and the guys them train and what type of trouble them go through. Just push that in front of them face more than the race where them win because this
Yeah,
delusional mentality come from these guys just being so good and not giving the man and them credit of working hard. You understand me? So
So,
we not believe in our working hard anymore.
alright.
We're just
So,
gifted.
so,
So the
so,
coach
so,
them are the
so,
brightest coach them. The runner them are the
so,
fastest runner by just normal
right.
genetics.
What I was gonna say, JD, is if a man come in a Club Brugge, we don't know what city you live in, or Genk,
Yeah.
or Ghent, and have a C license, and I say about the head coach. The security will rush him like how you rush one man will run by the field for kiss Messi because you're not supposed to be there. It's pro-license people deal with the development of young talent. They know how the muscle must build. They know how you must head the ball because you know that in under 12, you're not allowed to head the football any at all due to concussion,
Yes, and the
research,
brain developing
and the
at that
brain
time it's much
damage.
more softer. Yes, yes.
Right? Yeah, the brain is softer. Sorry, I didn't even know that, but it's correct.
Yes,
I
no, it's
remember
natural.
that
It's
before I
natural.
say,
It's natural because
right? It's
remember
not,
that's when your brain
and
soak up at
y-
17 to get completed.
your,
Yeah, so you
your
wouldn't.
forehead and your bones not yet fully strengthened to protect, right? All these things, they are
So that's what I'm
information
saying. But
that
them
goes
don't know
into,
that. And them a push out people 12-year pitting in Jamaica, kill them. And them stuff and nobody don't know because nobody at the time because a dunce badness. A dunce badness cataract. Me hear it, me can't believe I'm here to talk on the radio.
back of the class, back of the class. But I have 18 subjects, so I can't stay back of the class. But here, let me get back to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the persons responsible for the development of the talent are A license. And don't tell me anything about being a first world country. I heard a man say track and field is clock based. Yes, but you know what football is? You put on one of them GPS brazier and you can track everything a player do. Who lazy, how much sprints he make, how much kilometers him run for the 90 minutes. They track how much pass you make. So football has its own statistics that can be measured. You're a striker, how much goal you score, how much chances you miss. So that is what is equivalent to running 9.95. I scored 3 goals in a trial match. Yeah, you're a good striker. You can't finish. You want to put the ball in the back of the net. So all of these things are exclusive, JD. I am saying, I am watching this, and I would like to just divert a little because we said we're going to talk football.
Yes, yes, yes.
What
And
is the
what was the
expectation?
maximum?
What
Yeah.
is the expectation of this under 17 squad before I call for heads to roll? And when we tell you, say,
But that's
my,
what I was
oh,
going to cataract. But that's when you said the under 20 was a failure. That's what exactly what I was trying to ask you. What was the actual expectation? Because I thought Mr. Speed claimed to say that if them can find two ballers out of it at the end and them can win a few matches, that would have been deemed a success. Remember, that's what he said, I've listened to him well, That's what he said. And they won a few matches. They claim I thought that they found two ballers because they are talking about the centre back, Luke Badley Morgan, and they're talking about Clark as the keeper. And even they're talking about the forward just the same. So they found three ballers. So maybe that was deemed as a success. So when and oh ironic, when Fuzzy named the players them that he wanted, that he thinks can go places, and if it's a success, what he said on the news, Luke Badley Morgan, Clark, and Clark. And then he said yes, and Romain Blake might can go somewhere as well. So I guess that was what they had. But the problem is they don't share it with people. And that's the biggest problem. They don't share anything with
JD,
people.
JD, I have to disagree with you because
No, it's
for
what he said. It's what he
hold
said.
on, hold on.
Both of them said, and I just put it together.
No, not JD. I have to disagree with because having found these players, we've had Nation League, we have had Cameroon friendly, we have had supposedly Paraguay friendly, where the man never
Mhm.
run away. Because that was the biggest embarrassment for me as a Jamaican fan. A man say, yo, me now want to play your side. And when you going to idiot side, the man them never wait for play you for tell you say you're idiot. You understand? You
Yeah,
look
but
a girl and she
when
say,
they
all
really
right.
need, but Cataract, when it, what, because remember we were talking and people here, so we want them to understand. I want to integrate.
And okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you
but
want me to speak proper English? I'm
no,
saying
not proper English. No. I'm just saying we have to interact with the fans. So I'm just trying to explain that side. When you said, just trying to double up on what you
yeah,
just
man,
said.
go ahead.
When they came back to Jamaica, they switched the complete conversation when Uruguay literally posted it and say that it's because Jamaica wanted to give them a substandard squad, which they don't think would be testing
A
them enough to
local
go to the
based
World
squad.
Cup. All right, them come out all sort them came out and told you all different sorts of story at the end, and I brought out two of the stories, and at the end I still saw people still trying to flip around. So sometimes Cataract, not even the fans them not really care either too, because when we bring the truth and then the lie come right after, them still suck up the lie. You understand me? Yes. Big up, Jamaican Guna, Jamaican youth football. Yes, we are gonna come back to the comments and finish a point, Cataract, and then
Yeah,
I
but
can
no,
bring J.
my point kind of finish in terms of this aspect, but you ask about what are the expectations.
Mm-hmm,
And but before I go to that, JD and Jay Taylor has joined
mm-hmm.
the stream. But before I go to that, I would just like you to go through the United States squad and for
Okay, yes,
people to
we need to
see
we
what a
need to do
professional best practice release for a squad looks like. Go ahead, JD.
All right. So for this one, because they're trying to make sure they can queue up their team. All right. And for early on, Sheridan Collin, yes, the release date for the notification who will be playing who. But even though you don't know who you're playing, you knew that you're going to be participating in the U17 6 months before. So you knew, all right. So they had ample time to prepare. Yeah, right. Yes, because remember their logics is all 15-year-old, all 16-year-old, and all 12-year-olds are the same. So
Big
that
fast
simply
and
means
strong. Big
you
fast and
never
strong.
needed to find out who you're playing in order to start a campaign. So I'm telling you that sometimes when you talk and act like you're too smart, then you have limited wiggle room when you're speaking with people, because people are say you're taking them for idiot, because you knew that you were going to participate in under 17, but yet still you never started early. So what is the excuse now? You never needed the squad. But anyways, on the 22nd of September 2022, that's when the announcement of the actual draw. We did that on the channel, so you can see that for yourself. Which group, who will be in which group. All right. Yes, and that's how it turned out. All right. So, anyways, check United States now, which we are going to be talking about. They are playing games from early on in the year.
Yeah, but that's not
Early
good.
on,
That's not good.
literally early on in the year, before nobody knew who they were playing, because they're playing in March, May, early on in the year. All right, and that's why they turn up and win things. So the USA roster for March 22 friendly, March. Ryan Carney, you can check him. New England Revolution, you can check him. Diego Cachin, Barcelona, Spain. All right, defenders now. Jason Castillo, we just talked about him
Hold
in
on,
Seattle
JD.
Sounders.
JD, you mean a player that is not born in the USA?
Yes, Barcelona, Spain. Yes, yes, but more than one players on the list.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
that's natural. That's normal.
No,
Riley,
no, 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 not normal for
no,
Jamaica.
it's normal in real world, real life. Because I have always said I think most of these people live in fantasy island. You know, get me? That's me. Talk flat out. All right. Riley Delgado, LA Galaxy. Tyler Hall, Inter Miami, CF. Stuart Hawkins, Seattle Sounders, FC. Gashan Henry, Real Salt Lake. Oscar, San Jose Earthquakes, and then the midfielders, then Brian Carmano, Mana, check out him, Charlotte FC, Cruz Medina, San Jose Earthquakes, again, check him out as well. Mendoza, and next one. Check him out as well for San Jose, Luis Moreno, Houston Dynamo, and then you have Pedro from UE Carnella, Spain, as well,
Spanish born, Spanish
and
born.
and then the forwards Fidel, San Jose Earthquakes as well, Mikai Burton, Austin FC, Darbo, Philadelphia Union, Andre, Houston Dynamo, Paulo, LA Galaxy, Soto, Houston Dynamo FC, and Luke from Philadelphia Union. That was the last squad that they actually no, that was one of the squads. I can get
Squads,
the
one of the
others.
squads.
Yes, but it was a similar set of persons coming back in. That's why you saw the caps when we looked at the
Caps.
transfer market. Yes, yes.
But
So that's the squad.
JD is a slick announcer. You know. JD is
Mhm.
slicking up people. When they can't pronounce the name, you know. Mr. JD
No,
just
me just
slip to
no,
the
me
name,
just
but it can't.
no. I can't pronounce the name, but if it's gonna take a little while, we just move to the next one and just
Big up,
continue. Just
big
pronounce
up
the
my
first one
Reggie,
and
big
done.
up my Reggie, big up my Reggie.
And
Yeah.
but that's not a slick
All right.
pronounce. We can pronounce them, but continue.
So people, we don't see one schoolboy. That's the point. So whereas Jamaica has one player in an academy and 26 schoolboys, United States name there 25 man or 27. You can do the maths there. I think it's about 25 man squad. And there's not one player from um, East Los Angeles High School. None. Because in the USA, like in England, I say this again to everyone who's following football. If you are playing schoolboy football in England, it means you're not good. Because the best players are in academies. And when they're in academies, most of them are not allowed to play for their school. The other thing about this, JD, would be that in an academy, you have an academy tournament in the United States.
Yes.
When a player has played the Manning and Dacosta Cup, at maximum, Oliver Shield, Dissa Shield, Champions Cup, Wheel and Deal, everything. They play the winning team or the two finalists play about 21 or 22 games. That is half of the games that a player in England playing in the Premier League under 18 would play, because they would play nearly 40 games for the season, league games, plus they play in the Youth FA Cup, plus that under 18 they play in a what they call it, the EFL, the Football League Trophy. So they play like about 50 games for the year. So their fitness level, their opportunity to craft their skills and hone their talent, they have about 2 times more opportunities to do that than players based locally. And I see that as a problem. But I'm going to pause now. There's another
Yeah, man. JT,
presenter.
all right, so one second before J Taylor come in. Big up yourself, Demo. Thanks for being here. Brandon says, so, to be fair, Cataract, our players are our club and academy players that also play recreational high school ball. But Brandon, the problem is then why you need a national team? Because them just say they need a national team because they're not getting enough exposure. So that's where the problem will start now, Brando, because I was waiting for somebody to smartly say something like that. So I brought back that to them. So please answer me that now. Then why you need to make why you need to be
Brando,
forced there? Then Brando,
Brando,
that's what I would love to ask.
but Brando,
Let,
there are no academy or club players in this team. The club is not listed. They are school
yeah,
players.
yeah, I think you have. They might be in clubs, me in academies, I should say. Well, let me just bring in. But people will give you the information on it. I will bring the list back on. People will tell you where they do play. We'll bring in Jay Taylor because he came on, so we don't want to close in the show and then give him 5 minutes. You know.
No
Yeah,
man,
we
that's
can't do that. We can't do that to Jay Taylor. Jay Taylor, we're not hearing you. We're not hearing you.
Yeah, yeah, hear me clear?
Yes, man, we're hearing you. I don't know
All
what
right,
one.
big up,
So why
JD,
have a
big up,
why you have a big
big up.
goal in your background? Cataract, why you never have that same style like
because I have a mansion.
All right,
okay.
sorry,
You
sir,
have a
sorry.
mansion?
I don't need a backdrop.
All
No,
right,
JT. What that have to do with what a mansion have to do with the background we
brother.
have? I
You know,
understand.
say before you start them thing there with cataract, you know, cataract I just start fling some big stone. Yeah, man. Me taking the thing and me here with
It's the
cataract.
oligarch lifestyle. But
All
come
right.
in.
The oligarch, man, yeah, with Cataract, me hope Cataract end up get to do some of them same streams there with him they do with the under 20 because it was it kind of keep us entertained and we were although Cataract did that shell down juicy beef along the way our tastes you know, you know remember but we check in and we did a watch the whole thing a build up my problem with this JD because you know, so that's where me and Cataract they disagree with the whole quota system. But you look like the man then put the quota thing per steroids now. Basically, it's like yeah, as me saying, I always thought that the quota thing should have been like the 3 or 4 best local players. That was always my stance. The 3 are best local players where rise above their age group or like how you have a whisper who excel among his peers in Jamaica where they become undeniable. I am for that in a way, but no, I have a problem with the JFF always miss a trick. All right, if we're gonna look for these players to come through to the next level, how are we gonna have Marian Garden as the coach while he doesn't know the system that the coach Holgrims is trying to play at the senior level yet? He hasn't got the lessons from him. So how is Marian Garden preparing anybody to take the next step? I think the go ahead.
No, I think they would be saying that, oh, that's the reason why they put him on the team. So he can keep on soaking up information. So he's going to call the algorithms every day and listen. You know, maybe that's the thing because clearly algorithms won't be playing any matches. So for him to get that information, you understand me? So maybe he's in every dialogue with them and trying to learn. And because he's on the team, he's the one to pour out the information to the younger group to go.
But you
I'm
JD, me and
I'm
you
just
know
putting
football.
sense to
Me and you know
nonsense, you know.
football. You cannot learn like that, brother. Football you cannot learn over the phone. Um, you have to know how the coach run his drills, what he demands from his players in training, what is the end goal, what's the results, what are they trying to do. I don't think the coach has enough time to teach Marian Garden this stuff
But
so quickly.
there wouldn't be any
Mm.
other local coach who would come even close. So I
But me
don't have
now
a
go local Cataract.
no, but
That's
I
what me I
don't
try to
hold
say.
on. Let me start. I don't have an issue with Marion Gordon.
Yeah.
He's qualified. I may have a problem with his philosophy, but I have to be respectful of conversations I had that I said I would not repeat on here. But
Mm.
I believe that it will be a major indictment on him if I wanted to understand from you after you do your thing. We talk about where we think is realistic. The goal for Jamaica's under 17. What should be our goal?
So
And
that are my problem.
Mhm.
That are my problem. This no cataract because if we're trying to have basically your under 17 is almost a feeder program for your senior team. Would you agree? If it works out how it should
No,
be then.
it's still a feeder program just
It's
the
a
same.
feeder.
Again, because
So
that's what
under
it's good
17
for. If
feet to
nothing goes
under
through,
under
it's still a
20,
feeder.
under
You get
20
me?
feet to under 23 Olympic squad, and the Olympic squad under 23 feet to the
Feed through the
to the
national,
senior
and
team.
anyone excel at
And
anyone at
if
the
you
level.
have an excel at any level, you go straight past
Yes,
go,
that's how it goes.
collect your $200 and go straight to your national team. So if you're a 16-year-old striker and you score 10 goals in the under 17 World Cup, you can come in our national team. They're round the setup.
All right. So that's my problem now, Keter. And JD, probably this theory or this concept probably will run a few people the wrong way. It's like, let's say, JD, you're running a dating system where you want people to filter through good women of certain character to reach a certain level for preparing them for marriage, to say.
Mhm.
And I'll be a go-go you get.
Okay.
You can't fix them again, brother. you can't fix them again. You have to have somebody at that level teaching them values before they get to that point. That's the problem we run into. We keep having people training our players at the lower level and then try to fix them when it's too late. This is what I'm trying to say. If Marian Garden is going to be soaking up knowledge from Hall Grimson at the highest level, how can he be the one in charge of the feeder program? I think the same coach who's going to be coaching the under 20s, he should have been a part of this. I think he should have been in charge of the under 17s and the under 20, and Marian Garden, his assistant. And he's also passing on the concepts and the knowledge that they want at the highest level. Because if you have all these broken players coming in, JD, you cannot fix players at the international level. We see what's happening right now. It's the same thing why you have players like Junior Flemings and those players struggling abroad because it's almost too late. They're 3
It's not
years
almost
behind.
too late. They're 10 years behind.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're 10 years behind when they get to the highest level because they already learn how to play football wrong. You can't teach a 30-year-old man to control a football.
For cross a football.
It's too late. So what I'm saying is, this is where I would say to Mr. Speed them, drop the ball, Mr. Speed. The assistant coach should also be a part of the under 17 and guiding Marian Garden. So we have the players coming through. So no, the under 20s now, we are gonna have the broken players then where Marian Garden just deal with down here. So and at them we are open again at under 20. If we try fix them again, why don't we fix them now by having somebody teaching them the professional approach from this level? When they get to under 17, they have under 20, they have a next level. They understand the system. It's almost like the Belgium concept in a way. You would already be teaching them what you want them to learn from under 17. So when a man reach under 20 and senior team, him no confused. Him know what a 4-3-3 is. Him understand a 4-4-2 and how the coach wants to play it. The problem is now when Marian Garden go there now and start coach them up how him think Jamaica football players play, we are going to have a problem, JD. And I'm shocked.
Right after under 20.
I'm shocked.
Right
I'm shocked with the fact that we just took a step back. And I thought this is the problem we have right now with even with Mr. Speed. I tell people say, yo, that's why I'm not friends with anybody we're involved with in the JFF. Because today I agree with you and tomorrow I disagree with you. This is where when Mr. Speed come on and make that big speech saying we're not gonna help players to build their career, but no, guys, you're just competing for competing sake. If you want players to come through, we have to start right now at this level, and we have to get the best ones from overseas. And
So hold on, let me challenge Jeremy, bro.
Yeah.
And I want to challenge something.
So why you gonna start the man beautiful segment for challenge Jeremy, bro? Why you never just piggyback off what he's doing, Ketra?
And I would do that. I'm gonna jump our man back. He has made a very
But
salient.
before we get anywhere,
Yes,
we are one second, Ketterak, 1 second. And we have done. We never asked you guys none at all to hit the like button, but we have done 1.5 hours, and we have not passed 100 likes on the video, and we are almost categorically certain we are talking facts. So it's either you guys forgot the like button or a sound a bad mind towards success, or you not try fight Jamaica as well. Me not go even ask you to feed the like button. Me not go even say nothing because I just pure foolishness in 1 year on the years. That's all me gonna no, Catcher, that's continue. Answer the man. I'm not. I promise myself that I'm not going to entertain these foolishness. But continue.
No,
Continue.
I'm
Answer
saying
Jermaine,
he's
so we can
saying
bring
that
back.
our boy pay their way to JA, and I'm sure that the boys that want to play will pay. I want to say this to the Jamaica Football
Jermaine, that is
Federation.
pure bollocks. Those behavior need to stop straight up. These pure way. I've told you about the overseas people that wants to run into Jamaican local people. Me not agree with it. Me but my born in Jamaica, me not be pay nothing going nowhere. If me qualify feet, where the FIFA money I go, Jermaine? May I ask you a question, Jermaine? Or where the FIFA money I go? Are for local people alone? Or it was for Jamaica. What it was for Jamaica's services, or it was for the local people them alone were in the position to take the money. That's why you try to mention Jermaine. Why why a 15-year-old need to pay him plane ticket? For what reason? I'm asking a Jermaine, for what reason a 15-year-old man need to pay him plane ticket? They're not tapping the foolishness, man. None of them man up on this list. Them they are professional clubbing, and some of them already get some of the money, you know. You think if them a fly upon private jet, because my family a private jet him a fly upon from one city to city. You think I'm gonna tell him J Taylor say him need for pay for go to the next part? I want to tell you, brother.
So they have come, and I spot the people in JD. We're not here. JD, you mute yourself or something?
No, I'm not mute myself. I'm just shut down.
No, and that is why I wanted to address him. I didn't want it. I can
sorry,
spot...
Dima. See, make
hold on. I can spot them from a mile. If you are telling me that it's world best practice to ask 15 and 16-year-olds to take up £1,500 from where? From where them are going to get it? To fly come to Jamaica. There is a thing in international world trade organization, Joe, you know about it, J. Taylor, that speaks about people who put artificial barriers to entry. So if you don't want the player them to come, you say, yeah man, come. But then you put all these things in the way that make it difficult or almost impossible for them to reach. So I'll give you an example. A player in England, you are saying, must pick up £1,500. As a matter of fact, it's probably nearly 2,000 because this is peak season. And that £1,500, they are coming to try out in Jamaica. Not that anybody wants them or indicate that they want those players. So on a frolic, that's what it is. On a frolic, they must pay £2,000 plus how much money to stay in Jamaica, because you know, come weekend, what happened with the under 20? You remember J Taylor, remember? JD, players like Connor Boyce Clark and Jeremy Clark, they don't have nobody in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So they were dumped off in Montego Bay. Go to a hotel, because that is where they could have booked. And then there was nobody to take them come back to Kingston.
So
it was
not
integration?
Like flat. But all right, no, Catara, give him everything, every beneficial to you. What kind of integration is that? You throw a man in a hotel and then come pick him up.
It's not them throw the man in the
hotel. I know the man.
Player them book them hotel.
I know. Catara, but what kind of integration is that? You claim say the man become an integrate for come be Jamaican. You understand? Yeah. What kind of integration is that? You know, make no effort. You know, set up barriers where you say, I chew them at the
right, because them gonna say, okay, we are going to find a Jamaican family for you to stay with. right? Cook you some rice and peas and
Since you claims
jerky
that
on a
that's the
Sunday.
problem.
You understand me? I said, J Taylor, you understand me? I said, JD.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are
because
the way that you do
you
with
said
academy players. They are fans
Cataract.
who will
Cataract.
open their homes. Yeah, come in, brother.
Have you ever offered your services to the JFF?
No, me play sound bad man. Me
No,
don't
no,
want to
but
work in a JFF. I want
no,
the
but
JFF to work properly.
yeah, me know. That's what me I said to you now, Cataract, because this is where the frustration will come up now. Like, but understand
I
the
have
effort.
provided these ideas.
No,
I
but
am
it has to be
providing these
Cataract.
ideas.
It has to be consistent over this. What I'm saying is just for 1 second. What I'm saying is like, we understand the hard work that all the YouTubers have put in and getting the JFF to acknowledge certain things. But I think unless somebody, like let's say either a Cataract, a JD, a Simon, somebody is able to consult them constantly and they're willing to
No,
ask.
bad man. No, bad man. I
No,
don't
I'm
saw
just
it
saying,
work.
just an
You're
no,
there,
but
You're there, Denmark.
yeah.
You're there, Denmark. You really feel that the Danish people are gonna say, uh, um, a top player like your boy that was dropped down with the heart attack,
Christian.
right?
Ericsson.
Ericsson, when they were young, they said, Ericsson, you must take up the phone and call me. Where in the world do players take up the phone and call a head coach and say, yo, I want to play for you?
No, but
It
Cataract,
not go
you,
so.
you may say no, me and Cataract, me and you, a lot of times, people don't understand. Like, me agree with everything where I say. So what I'm trying to look at now, the solution side, the solution side, because at the end of the day, I heard the president said on Ryan's channel that he's willing to sit and talk with anyone the persons
Chat the
from the
matters.
YouTube space who can come in with
Chat the matters.
yeah, but I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt. What can I
All
do?
right.
You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Okay. So Jay Taylor, let me tell you if you were serious, and I know when people serious. I'm now cut you coming again. You ever work for a business and they say this is an open day where it open to come and speak to the management. So if the president, the general secretary is serious, they will say, listen, every Tuesday between 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock, it's open day. The public have access to the JFF. You book a 1 hour appointment or a half an hour appointment. That's how the bookings go. You call in and you say, okay, I would like to make an appointment to speak to the general secretary, speak to the president, whoever you want to speak to the marketing manager, speak to the head of the technical committee. And by appointment, you go in and speak to them. Right? That is how serious people do something. Say, okay, I am set to go these 2 hours to deal with the public. But you can't tell me, oh, we're ready when you're ready. No, I don't saw the badness, go, brother.
But
I
that's
am
what. But
am part of a sound system.
yeah.
And every day a man come, yeah, I want to play Cataract. And I say, go, we look
But
out and
Cataract,
say, yo.
you spoke about part of the
Come
solution.
in,
They say no,
come on.
Cataract. You explain part of the solution. He's looking at it as you coming in and talk to him in a certain capacity, but you also explain to them, say, to get things to work and to have a consistent dialogue, it has to be organized in other way there. So when me I try to say to you now is like, we are going to constantly be frustrated because we see the problem, but until you come out and JD them and Ryan them make a video, it's like they're behind the ball. So when I say, how is it that even if it's a way where one time a month where they can get him in a Zoom meeting, but or something where ideas come out where they can help them to get ahead of certain things.
Brother,
Like that's just an idea.
brother, in the January
All right, let me
of
let me
2022, the January of 2022, and I want to address a point. In the January of 2022, right? We were on YouTube. We spoke to the on the Birdman channel, the man with the birds, and the president gave a commitment that on the second week of January, the Tuesday, he would meet with a group of 4 YouTubers. Hall now.
All right, Cataract. Because I don't want to be a liar here.
Yeah, man, go on.
With the last time he came on our channel here, he said that he was willing to come back on. He contacted me, and I told him when I could make it, and then he had some issues to make it, and no, he told me when he could make it, and that's a long time. So I could have brought him on, I could have called him back next time, but I am a little bit different, because if I text you and you don't respond the secondary time, obviously I know you're a busy person, but you still have your phone once you're not busy, so I will give you the ample time. So he did make a reach out to me and try to make the preparation. I just never follow up because I don't like the unprofessionalism behavior. When if I text you, I think you should respond, or else I'm not going to text you 2 times. So that was the only problem, because he made a day, and I could make the day. So that's why he never came on the channel a long time. So he did reach out to me to make it, but
yeah, but we're not talking
Yeah.
about on channel, because some discussion that you want to have, J. Taylor, they can't have open and brawling in the public.
Exactly, man.
So
That's
it's
what I'm
not a
trying to
matter.
say.
I agree with you. It's not a matter of just coming on YouTube. That is one thing.
Yeah,
if
but
you
I still have to give
every
it
no man.
because
I
you
agree with
never
you,
go
Jay.
back
No
to
man.
that
You have clarified. You have
YouTube, but yeah,
clarified.
yes.
You have clarified, and I respect that. That is very big of you to make sure that there's not a false narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Leeds is my club, and I think twice for the season. I think that is it. The head coach and the manager and they come down to a pub and they meet with the fans of Leeds, the hardcore fans. They pull up a desk and think. If you don't believe me, go watch one series called Sunderland Till I Die on Netflix. And the same thing happened in Sunderland. The coach and the owner, probably head coach and the team manager come and meet with the people. They explain what is happening. They explain why they had to sell a certain baller. God, I can't remember the name. They sell him to a French club. He came from Fulham and they sell him to a French club after he was their top scorer. And they point out why we have to balance the books. The fans get a chance to ask questions and give their suggestions. But if you don't believe in that we the ultras, that we matter nothing. Everyday people there, so you know, every day I see some man, J Taylor. You think we not nothing for do?
Yeah,
You think we not a girl? You think we not a business I run? But this is our love. And I believe that, and I'll segue into something. Any decision to prevent fans from observing trials and observing training is a backward step, deleterious to the development of football, and demonstrates a lack of understanding about how modern football and run successfully. And let me tell you this. You want to build a bond between the team and the fans. You can't tell me, say you don't want to come up at you with no time at all, but me if you find $700 to go to Guatemala, go wave one Jamaica flag.
But Cataract, you're not being honest to the people, you know, because
Right.
that same thing reaches you at under 20 as well, you know.
Yes.
Maybe you're not saying it. Yes. So
No.
So
But
that simply means if more than one coach is kind of barring people from seeing the games, that simply means it's a cultural thing. Then it's like they don't want the players to be seen until the time.
I believe that because we were able to divulge certain things, having been there,
Mm-hmm.
that in their technical report and when the technical committee meet, I believe that came up because that's the only different decision I see them making. But if people, and though anybody who has been in the 1998 World Cup qualification, just put a fire emoji in the chat if you were here in Jamaica when you were qualifying. and then I'm going to take on professional pro clubs that have about 10 different names. Because they said the man them not even paying 200,000 for some rocks. So you are telling me, JD.
Cataract, we have other comments, you know. We have a whole other comments.
Hold on.
Dean Fraser said,
I'm addressing this thing. Let me
okay,
address
yes,
this
and
one.
then let me
right?
go to the
and
rest of them.
go to the rest of them.
Yes.
You are telling me that a player who at 15 years old played 6 times for Millwall in the championship last season, did well as a striker against big professional players who are in the championship, mean not only England, because championship team have players from all over the world, enough to be transferred to Rangers FC in Scotland and play in the Europa League. You are telling me that this striker is a rocks, and
Yeah,
you
but
have
that's
you have a schoolboy striker in Jamaica, maybe outside of Whisper. I don't see Whisper in this team. At under 17, a 16 or 15-year-old who can walk into a Scottish Premier
but
League
Cataract,
team and go
Cataract,
and play in the Champions League.
Cataract, he said he's just giving you what they are saying. Literally, like the conversion to what they're saying. That's what he's saying, you know? So he's not wrong because that's what they think.
Him is a Cambio. But I want a man change my money.
Okay, Cataract,
I don't
relax.
camp your business.
Cataract,
But go ahead with the other comments.
We had a nice program, so don't worry, don't worry. I didn't favor. Yes, we have we don't have the official list, but based on everything what's been said, it's not going to be much of a big change. You understand me? Yes, and we have gotten the chance to see at least one set of players, and we know the other set of players. At least some of the other set of players we know so far. You understand me? So we have to start ask these necessary questions. Bridget said, happy to see JD back in a warm environment. You see, you're a troublemaker, you know. Well, I'm telling you, outside. Let me see now. I think it's dropped now. It's just only maybe -4. Yeah, I think it's like -4, -5. That's it now. It's like -5 now, so it's not the worst. The other day it was -10. so believe me, outside the normal, yes, outside definitely normal at all. All right, so yeah, man, big up, and Jamaican youth travels, Mr. Coming from him, but I will get it sorted out. Yeah. Dean Fraser said, JD, stop. No. Oh my God, I was stopping to answer to you guys' comments. All right. And then you're telling me to not stop Cataract. Dean Fraser, every time Cataract come on the channel, you are like Cataract fake account. You understand me? That turns up only when Cataract turns up. All right. Dean Fraser, don't play with me. My molly I get a whole heap of thump. All right. Yeah, man. Be careful. All right. Yeah, man. So let me. I'm glad to see the wife let you back in the house, JD. I was getting worried. So, Umzo, what are you talking about? My wife was at work. I brought my kid to dancing school. I went outside in my car and said, okay, I had a video to do. So let me just complete this video because someone called me almost in tears because of a xenophobic YouTuber trying to sell a narrative like there is quality players in Jamaica at same level as everybody worldwide when that person have zero level education and worst have zero level education in football. So I don't know. It's only on YouTube some of them people come and act like them as somebody. You understand me? And having a man who can actually come, bring him picnic come and change something for Jamaica. Them always give off these vibes every single time. You understand me? So the guy called me and reason with me, and it really hurt my feelings. So I have to just pick up my phone and say, all right, then me have the power to change them xenophobic ass, yeah. Where it just come from YouTube for money. Me just fix it. You get me? So me just come on and fix it. You get me? And make people know, say, yeah, you have to put some people in place because no name not do nothing. Hear them tell about them meet people who have A license and Z license. No, it means the people who have A license, you don't have no license, you don't have no sense. So if you meet a person with A license, that mean you have no sense. It just mean you meet a person with A license. If me meet Cristiano Ronaldo down the road, me a Cristiano Ronaldo J Taylor? Or me a still JD? Me a still JD. Me a Cristiano Ronaldo. So all I'm saying is in the future, I'm open, I'm begging JFF to stop. Just if we not have no people in a one side and not doing anything, we not doing anything. Stop make them idiot, yeah. We are some average human beings. Have so much power. I want to sell them bag of idiot narrative and them dunce like dog. And I realize what them I do. And them I damage the same youth there with them claim to say them I protect. But me know the whole of my teeth. So let me just finish it there. All right, because me's a madman, you know, I don't want to get made chip, you know. So let me just leave it. But it's a guy called me and really make me get upset because I said, you know, because the man people might do good. Because I don't want to give it up. Man, people might do good in the world. And then I hear like a clown YouTuber tell the man, like I try to talk to the man, them something there. Yo,
let me ask you a question, JD. JD, how much days a week kids go to school in Japan and China?
I don't know, you know. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you if I don't know. I don't know. So
about them go at school. I think JD, 6 days, right? 6 days.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at it this way. Now you have kids who go to school for 6 days, and you ask some people from Jamaica to go to a academic competition. Someone when maybe I go to school 2 times for the week. This is what it is with the under 17. You get a bunch of schoolboys who are playing football for a few months in the year to play against kids who are playing football in an academy every day. The level of learning and the competition is not there. You can't go learn to spell at spelling bee, brother. You have to know how to spell before you enter the spelling bee. So with this under 17, I would like every time I say I want to drift from Jamaican football, my passion for my country and the football keep drawing me back.
Catch your mic. Continue. Unmute yourself, when you're ready to talk.
Yeah.
Continue.
My passion keep drawing me back in because me notice say, bro, the thing with the man them now get right is just not rocket science.
Yes, that upset we. And then because we are saying we don't come like we are Jamaican enough. When we are proved to you, say this is what you need to do, right? The man must say, yo, wanna say it going on? Because this I saw we work and I saw it have to work. What then you're not gonna get the result. So then stop complaining why you not get the result if you don't want to do it the way how it actually do. But anyways, good point. Good point.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just big up so many.
Spooky. I don't know, speaky spooky, Jerry. Because what time people say, Miss Speaky spooky and certain things.
That is not a problem, man. That is not a problem in life. If you want to speak, you speak. All right? Because tell you what, English or Jamaican actual language.
Yeah. I know speaky spooky, brother. It's
anybody
just
speak what them want. Just as though you can speak patois, a man can speak English too. It tells you that maybe that man want. No, but look at J Taylor. That simply means you want more people to understand you. So what happened to American people on my channel where I listen to the program? They don't want to understand what someone's saying. So if you come and want to speak English and the next one want to speak patois, I have no problem. You speak what you want because we have demographics and demography on the channel. So if you want everybody to understand you speak English and next one speak patois, we don't care. We just go on with it, man. But I don't know why people have to be so divisive. If you're speaking English, why? No, I saw it before in the JTL, so I understand where you're coming from. You know, you have some delusional people in this world here. You do what you want, man. You do it. Don't make them.
Yeah, and it's not because think about it like this, JD. If a person, let's say we see a person on the street that behave a certain way, and then this is the same person coming to you, trying to tell you how to act morally. It just doesn't make sense. So when you hear I try to articulate myself a certain way. More on the JFF, more on them understand, say, bro. It's not just we just come and say, yo, the JFF do this and they do that. And we never go on with that. No, we want them understand, say, bro, like we're doing this because we love we country and we love we team and we want to understand we clearly see. I know everybody's trying for the dunks movement. You see me?
But Owen said a different channel, JT. People who said that is from the other grassroots. So maybe that's what they want to accept. So if you're at different locations and you know if people want they want it to be a certain way, you have to just do that and just say go. You get me? Because I know. But from here, I know that anybody can speak anywhere. Anyway, you have people speak Netherlands on the channel. And because my brother from Suriname can come in and it's okay. You understand me? So and you have Jamaican Guna, he speaks Gronglish. Team Cataract, him speak a whole heap of language too as well. So that's how it could go, man. The advocate review, you not have no credibility either because you claim to say Jamaica win a Gold Cup, but me don't know when they may win it. All right, so you get stage fright when you come up here, so it's not easy to function under the lights, sir. So be careful of you overhyping yourself. So let me bring in Jamaican Guna because we've done the 2 hours, you know, and some man a turn up when them things say, I don't know how them selector and them artists, yeah, them act that way, yeah. Them only turn up when them want, like them extend time. So Cataract, him call me to do a video, him turn up late. J Taylor,
you're wicked. JT.
He called from my house and turn up late.
JD, the most war in a dancehall, the most war in a dancehall, no Cataract artists are war when for perform, you know, at the heat of time.
They come late on the stage. But JD are wicked. JD said to me, JD said, Cataract, I like to start my live stream, set the platform.
No, I never said that. Nothing like that. You tell me
you tell me I'm talking about before. I'm talking about before. You said that is no. You tell me that.
Hang up on God of War. That's what I tell him. Be hungry. I'm going to take my hang up on God of War. I mean, all right.
Right. But didn't you tell me before that when you do a stream, you like to come on your stream, start your stream, set out the platform for the day and context, and then we join. So you cuss me when me not come on 1 minute after the show start.
My brain did chip. Me never have no time for that. Me never interested to come do the live. Me never interested to come do the live. You know, you understand? Me just want to sit down and play my game. Cause me have a bag of game where I spend a bag of money on, and me just have it so I get hungry on YouTube when me highlight in a life. Me no need for that on YouTube. I get hungry, you know. But that it chip me head, man. So me bring in the next one now where turn up late too as well. So big up yourself, big boss. The link just work. I want him there. Him don't even not even mic not turn on. Yeah, Jamaican Guna, you know, come in, big man. You see them foolishness there, all right? Then him not here. Jason said, JD, have you ever been to a stage show that was on time? Nah, man. I was show them when we not keep dancing, man. I was show them in on time, man. If we tell the people say at 2 o'clock it start. Remember, police want lock it at 2 o'clock, you know. So if it start 12 o'clock to get as much out of it. So of course we were on time. Jason, what you talking about, man? A principle, you know. Fabian says, guys, why you all worrying? We are going to qualify easy. You know, here what
God, man.
To age 17, we are world beaters. All right then. All right.
From Missy Marian Garden J as the coach, I already know where this will go. Because I remember when Marian Garden took players to that little thing in Austria. And Marian Garden he came out making a statement saying that we shouldn't come down too hard on these mediocre players. Basically, what he's saying. He's saying that we shouldn't come down too hard. And so you can see that he's ready to accept a mediocre performance. And remember when the under 20, before they left and Cataract was doing those streams, at the time that me and Cataract never agree on a lot of things, but me make a stream and I don't think Cataract did understand what me I try to say is Fuzzy took the job, Cataract, to be the coach of the under 20 without coming out and saying anything to the fans, anything to anybody, and just take off with the players them gone. And we don't know what the plan was, what he's trying to accomplish. Have we heard from Fuzzy what went wrong? Have anybody heard from Fuzzy what went wrong in the under 20?
he did made a speech. Jamaica
No.
Reggae Boyz commentary says Merrion Garden himself says don't expect 5 UK based players in this U17 squad. Okay. Well, no
So,
problem. He said that. I
so
heard what he
I didn't hear that.
look,
Sna-
no. Let me answer. Let me
oh,
answer because
sure. Go ahead.
because in that say no, this is getting disrespectful now. Why all of them man here turn up 16 hours in yo man turn it. Anyways, him Merrion God himself said that they're going for other overseas based players from day one. All right, so he flipped back on his word, and then he said at one point that they are looking just a few players. So he already had a squad. So why the sense you have 50 million players to train for? What are you looking for then? So I think everything what he said, Reggae Boyz commentary is just a circle. It's just a circle thing. Yeah. All right. So continue, Ketrak. Sorry about that.
No, what I was saying is that I didn't hear the statement, so I'd love Simon to just expand on where he said it so that all of us can be aware, but Simon is doing for credibility. The fundamental problem I think that they have with players from the UK is that they turn out to be better than the players that we have here, and therefore stifle the chances they see of local born Jamaican players who reside in Jamaica. In the North American market, they think they can find players who not so good. Because I'm going to tell you something about my trials. On the same weekend of the trials was the college combine, where the best high school footballers went to the combine. If people know what a combine is, they go there in front of the college coaches to get a scholarship. So which top high school footballer, 15, 16, go and come on one Jamaican trial down at Fort Lauderdale, pay for their own way when they can go to the combine and get a scholarship to go into college football? So they chose the worst possible weekend to have these trials. Additionally, based on my research, there are 46 players, and they probably even more, who may be eligible to represent Jamaica, who are in Category 1 academies in the Championship and the Premier League. So, all 46 can represent Jamaica.
But Team Cataract.
But hold on. Go ahead.
Ask Reggae commentary. So Reggae commentary, you have all the information there, no problem. And we have received information as well, because we're not going to lie to the public. All right. What is the ambition? What is the ambition? What is the ambition? What is the ambition? All right. Balakar, we have 5 people on the panel in the big boss. We cannot take the call them now because it take up time. I have to get the people in. I'm gonna say 2 hours we are done.
Right. What I would like is JD. JD, can I ask if Simon's time, but ask if he could send Simon the link so he can join us, because hold on, JD, what happened? I want to go through.
Listen to me now. We cannot put an next person. We cannot take a next call. We have to get the man in, and if we continue 5 hours this ago,
JD, a Saturday night dinner, man. At least run a 3 hour.
Jesus,
this is serious, JD, man.
A Saturday night.
Listen what I'm saying to you.
Let me bring the people
Simon,
in.
Hold on.
Team run show Cataract.
Listen, I'm not run your show, brother. But just ask a favor.
You should have turned up from early, and that's a problem.
Hold on, a bad man. Just go easy, no dog. I said to you, if you can, ask Simon if he can come on.
Simon busy. Simon, I'm always busy. So if you're thinking of sending to Simon, I'm come and explain.
Hold on, man. Let me ask a question. I would like us to bring up the Jamaican squad, and I know Simon is knowledgeable of the players, because I would like us to take the half an hour, whatever time you're giving us, to really go through and assess.
Take with the next big star. You have Lance the Blake, the real Blake. Jamaican Guna, the superstar.
Yeah, but it is a serious topic. What I'm saying is,
what happened?
With
So
due respect to lads,
so
you
the,
know.
Oh, sure.
no, hold on. No, you see the, you
No,
see
you're saying you're going like where you feel like man, not serious and not
No,
not.
man. How you mean
No,
me say man not serious? Me never tell a man to delete a man from the show.
Badness me I deal with, you know.
Guys,
Me ask a man to add a man to the show, but me
we're
me
gone,
tell
you
her,
know. We're gone off. We're gone off.
remember say Tuesday me I come at your place, you know. So if a badness you deal with it, you know. I saw it going, you know. Oh,
All right, my
that's
boss.
Tuesday with the round and get us splash.
All right.
Part of the production team and
all
give
right,
back to the ghetto youth.
all right, Cataract.
Everybody in Jamaica forward of them places, so because you
JD.
with Waterhouse we are dealing with.
God.
All right, so let me get in my 5 minutes. What
Yeah, man,
where me have to spend? We can do that.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
this is what I was trying to. I was trying to ascertain.
Just send the link in a Cataract to Simon if you want. Don't they send it to you, and if you have time, we not bar Simon from this channel. It's Simon is just too busy. Continue, sorry, Jamaican going.
Yeah, respect and big up to the panelists. Then big up Cataract, big up Jay Taylor,
Big up,
big up the pastor, Pastor JFF,
Pastor.
big up Pastor JFF, and big up the people in the night chat, man. Chris Smith and all I worry them. You know the thing already. You know what I mean? Good day, good afternoon, good night. You know what I mean to everybody. Watch it now. This is what I wanted. I wanted to somebody to specify because we're talking about the under 17. So henceforth we're looking at 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, and 16-year-olds that will qualify to play in the under 17s. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a few questions that I would like the panelists them to answer. I would like to know the qualifications. Are the how much championships whatever the coach has won. To say he has a winning mentality. You know how much even in schoolboy football has he ever how much schoolboy football he won? Because I don't know much about the coach. I'm very ignorant as it relates to that. So to be very honest with you. The second thing I would like to know is if it was announced last week or the week before that there's gonna be an under 17 championship, or it was announced months before. So, I would like to know that because, potentially you would have, it's not like you just get up yesterday and become 15 years old. It's not like you just get up yesterday and become 16 years old. So these would have been playing football from before, and we would have known of these kids before they even impressed in the local, either it becomes the senior one, the Manning Cup or the Dacosta Cup. Those two things I would like to,
Jamaican Guna, let me give you the answer. Jamaican Guna, it was announced when they're playing U. So 6 months before that, they knew that they were going to be in the tournament and when the tournament would have been started. They know when. So 6 months before the 22nd of September, they knew that they were going to be in the tournament. Because remember, you're coming off the pandemic, so you never knew when they're going to actually do it. So 6 months before September 22, they announced that these are the teams that's going to be in it. But the draw will be taking place on the 22nd of September. So that means the 22nd of September, they knew exactly who they're playing, so they can prepare for who they're going to be playing. But 6 months before that, they knew that they are going to be in the competition.
All right. So they knew that. So that answers one of my questions. That they knew that they were going to be in a competition. And these kids not just start playing football yesterday morning. So most of the kids them that are in camp now would have been playing football since and have been showing their potential since and have been maybe impressing at Scholes level or our Manning Cup level or the Costa Cup. True or false?
Yes,
okay.
True.
Why is it then these guys are giving the impression to us, the fans, as if them never know nothing and it's at a hurry come up thing? These kids should have been in some form of camp or should have been assembled for months out. Months out. So that we can start nitpicking the best. And then by this season Manning Cup and the Costa Cup and Coles come around, then we can know who is who and we can assess later on. But you don't assess right on the spot. You go before. Now, which other trade do you know of? Let's take it out of football. Which other trade do you know of where man just get up? If you and just get up and just do something. No, if you are a 6 month excellent let's say welder, and the person is a 5-year excellent welder, and somebody comes along and want an excellent welder, who is the most likely that they're gonna hire?
The one with more
experience. Thank you. Yes. So these kids should have been in a camp, assembled at some point during that 6 month period of time, so we could have assessed them from that period of time. And now this would be the last stage now of that assessment process. That's my first point. All right. The second point, I would like somebody to declare to me clarify to me the qualification of the coach, as a youth coach, or he's a winning coach, or his philosophy, because I'm not familiar.
I understand that he is an A licensed coach. He is the assistant. He was the assistant to Paul Hall, and he was, when there was a house cleaning, he remained, and he is now the assistant to the dentist, Hallgrimson, Coach Hallgrimson. When I say the dentist, I don't mean no disrespect here. I just so you get a name when you come to Jamaica.
Yeah, I prefer the name Grim. I hear what people call him in the Grim. So
the Grim?
Yeah.
Where that come from? The dentist?
No, that's the name, brother. I Grim me the man I call him, because his name Al Grimson, bro. Yeah, the dentist just seem like he's not a coach, he's a dentist. That's just me.
But he's a dentist.
Yeah, but come on, you're a selector and you're an analyst. Let me come on and say, Cataract is just a selector. That's like undermining your analysis skills. So the same point. The thing is that I want to know how much he has won, how much he has won so far. Record is he has won three seasons of schoolboy football, so he's an expert at coaching kids. Something like that. I would like to know that.
I don't know.
Garvey must say Garvey must say won the D Cup, as what Balaguer just put in. But so more likely he was the coach. So that's where
when they won the D Cup, when
they won it last year. Yeah, but they did miserable this year. They got knocked out very, very early. All right, and they
okay. So he was a coach when they won it.
Yes. So that's what they're saying in the chat. So that's where he gets his recognition.
So he has won the Dacosta Cup.
Yes. So but they have done terrible this year. They got knocked out very, very early. So yeah. So that's
somebody on the screen said he almost beat Qatar.
Yes, and he almost beat Qatar.
There's no such thing as almost. He beat them.
The game that we never saw.
The game that we never saw. The mystery game.
Okay.
Qatar made a point, JD, when we never want to slip. But go ahead, Guna.
But go ahead.
JTL, I'm really asking, because basically, bro, it's a youth football is development football. As I said earlier on in the comments.
The connection now work with the call in here, yeah?
Yeah.
So, and the Discord now work. Me have face also that.
JD.
Yeah, as I was saying, so that is an issue that I always look at youth football. The preparation for the kids should have been done from months back. Why is it that Jamaica?
Guna, what the president, his excuse was, that's what I try to say. His excuse was that the players are in school and you only can get them now and then on the weekends. That me I try to that him say on the interview.
No, sir.
How much weekend gone? How much weekend gone? If you want to get, bro, listen to the point that I'm trying to make. Yeah, I agree with you. If the man Jay Taylor, them man name the king of the man them bigger than a king. Them are the emperor of stupid excuses.
What Jamaican Guna?
Yeah, go ahead.
A guy I just say something because not now work on my system and me have to take time to fix it. So that's why I never answer Balaguer call. I know I'm gonna get upset, but that's the problem. So I put him on speaker. Him back and forward now go work. So he might just say and then he have to listen in I chat, yeah?
Okay.
I can't put no more person on it because I don't get for bringing pastors yet, and this is going to lead out to 4 or 5 hours. I can't manage it.
No, but
all right?
Remember, unseen one come on in. And
no.
The player, I'm like, no.
Listen to me, team catch up. I cannot manage no more. Tomorrow we can do it again, brother. It's hours and nights, man. I have to have a deal with me have woman.
JD. Please make Anstein know how to defend any rocks you put from Jamaica. Anstein can defend.
Please, we are back for Anstein. We are back for Anstein.
Just finish the caller conversation. So, caller, finish your point. Just do it fast so we can get back to the conversation.
I want to ask the panel, would it have been feasible to have training for the under-17 selection team within the last 6 months with all of the cups going on in Jamaica? Would it have made sense to bring team together, practice and training when you had other commitments. The players had other commitments, like several Cups games. So I think at the end of the day, the JFF probably made the best decision by having a selection at this time period. I mean, it might be short, may not be the best, but because of this constraint in all other cups, there's a possibility they do not call selection of players.
All right, no problem. So they're going to answer it, all right? Yes.
So here what me know. Where were they now? December were they? 3 months ago was what?
3 months ago was
September.
September.
Okay,
When
thank you very much. One before September. Summer holidays. School now keep.
The cup
All the
now
players
play.
going to assembly in summer holidays when school now keep. The thing is that the priority is not on the national team. The priority is on schoolboy football, bro.
Guna, you have to give them a break with that because maybe they wanted to use the cups to evaluate some players.
No,
I'm just saying.
bad man. No, bad man.
Maybe.
Listen me. Listen to my message,
it's not
Taylor.
one
It's
time
about a core in G. It's about a core. Listen me.
Core.
Every single team in everywhere in the world do this. They have a core. Then it's if you look and say, boy, the side good with we have good attackers, but boy, we need a hard hitting midfielder. So we need to bring in a hard hitting midfielder or 2 or 3. So we need to look for that. You look for the deficiencies in your team. Everybody does that.
Guna, may I go just JD, me and Guna if we go what them say forward and forward find this for 2 seconds. Guna, suppose you chose a core before the cup season and then those players turned out not to be what you thought they were. Would you
add to it, G? But you already have a core. Remember, as a core starting a J Taylor, it changes, you know. It's not that it changes. Right. So you start with a core, and then if you find deficiencies or better players coming in, if you find a player there that's in a position that he has a deficiency, then you bring in a better player because that's the way you keep on adding to look. But you have a core of players that have been playing together or have been assembled beforehand. We have the entire summer holidays 2 months. They could have had even two gathering of training sessions during those 4. That's 8 weeks, bro. That's 8 weekends. Even if the kids them somehow evaporate. Put them together on the weekends then. 2 weekends. Say 2 weekends, we're going to have 2 training sessions. We're going to have 2 trials. We're going to bring in and have a core of local players. Now, if you find deficiency, we need a tall striker. We don't have none available. Let's go looking for a tall striker. We need a quick winger. Let's go looking for a quick winger. And then you use all and then when the schoolboy football commence, you add from the schoolboy football, who maybe not be excellent, you add from the local league. So I know you have some local player where bad and we go and play all our league in the rural areas because you look at them play league in the rural areas. Them, yeah? You look at 16, 17-year-old, them play league. So you take out them youth there, you put them in the side, and you have a core of established players where you know, say, okay, me have a 23 or a 26 man squad. We have at least 15 players who know so them players are the core. And if you have better players, we bring them in and add to it. But you already have people who have been playing together for a while. So that formulates a core and a certain degree of chemistry that you can build upon.
I want to go even further than you, Jason.
One second.
Jamaica, go on.
One second before let me just get something out right here for you. At one point, I'm going to give you the date. Meran Garden says that they're going to be looking for a few pieces. That at that time when he spoke, and he was not talking about the Manning Cup, he was talking about overseas. They're going to look for a few pieces. That simple tell you that he had his squad or his planned out squad way before. This is before all of this Manning Cup thing. So that Manning Cup conversation would be irrelevant if he's saying that before. I'm going to give you the date. I'm looking for the date.
JD, why do you look for the date, JD? I want to know if unseen come, a dub player come with brother. You say, hey man, I flip some paper.
JD, when you bring up a point like
J
that,
Taylor, what other man? You say about a flip some paper like select a flip through dub.
No man, Auntie no me mean nothing. Me just try to say
No, me just say nothing to me. Me just say he look like he man ready for
Unseen, you're not selector unseen. So why you turn up late? Me ask you.
No, hold on.
And you're not selector like that.
JD, we want to ask something. I want to answer the caller and say, I believe that we ignore the best lesson from France 98, right? Which was, do you remember that the team went to Brazil for 1 month and played against Flamingo, Santos, Botafogo. Who else do they play against now? Every week, them did play against a Brazilian club team in a practice match. And we have forgotten that that is what allowed the core of the Jamaican team to remain. Somebody have something to go on in the background. If you can mute it,
Yeah,
please.
Auntie, mute mic. I put an earpiece in. Put an earpiece in. And
Right.
and to be exact, it's almost 3 months. 2 more days, and it's 3 months he made the conversation. All right. So 3 months ago, he went on TVJ. Yeah, continue.
Right. So what I'm saying is, I would have said Jason Goon, and if you don't have no money, I'm not alone Pastor Blake for talk as if you talk because I see more will go through and bread back down the player them. If it is that you don't have any money, I would have said take the 23 players that you have, or 50, go to England, ask the diaspora to open up them home. I am sure as a matter of fact, me could have tell you, Phoebe cousin live in our mansion in a certain cold field, a 7-bedroom. We could have housed 7 players because him daughter is a barrister in Ghana, South Africa, Garlic. We could have housed 7 players a certain cold field. Out of the thing. And if you ask the community in England to house the players, give them breakfast and feed them lunch and dinner, take them come at the game. You don't have to pay no hotel. You don't have to pay no food. Right? I am sure there would have been 20 families willing to house. The ambassador, the Jamaican, what you call it again, no, protocol house in UK, can host some people. Right? Hold on. Lord have mercy. About to flap myself. Something slip out.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful.
That's not a good look.
What's this?
The earphone.
Hold on. Be careful. We're going to say.
I am praying.
Hold on, Pastor. Guys,
I am praying for you.
Hold on, Jenny. Let me finish the part. Please, let me finish the part. Please, I beg you. It's Tanya Stevens say you must have slip saggle, you know, because you're in goggles. So, but I'm going to slip again. But the earphone come up, I wonder how come I never hear nobody. But anyway, I'm saying that this is the way that you engage a diaspora. You could have then called upon the several reggae boys, former reggae boys, who are officials at their clubs, including head coaches, to say, okay, Darren Moore, give me a game against your under 17 at Sheffield Wednesday. Dylan Burton at West Bromwich, you are the under 18 head coach. Beg your game against your under 18. And then now you're looking West Bromwich and you say, oh, and I'm going to call a name, Jamal Mohammed. You are 6'2", 16 years old, 15. You can represent Jamaica, you can represent Ghana. Forward come represent Jamaica. You could have looked in Sheffield Wednesday. I didn't go into the League One academies, right? And you could have get some game. You could have talked to JCUL down at Charlton and host some game so that you could look at your world-beating squad that you have of schoolboys. And all of us could see how they came up. And it didn't have to be 1 month. It could just be for 1 week or 2 weeks. And that sort of love, that is how you get love. That's how you take your hand, make fashion. And at that point, Pastor Blake, I don't hear your voice.
All right, hold on. Before Pastor Blake comes in, guys, remember this is a program that has been fueled by hitting the damn like button. So you see, all I want come tell me about waste my time. My Lord, my God of God, my Lord, God of
somebody hit the like button. Somebody hit the like button.
No. If we don't reach 150 likes before the video finishes, we're not going. No, before our next 20 minutes, we're not going to go no further. Simple because we have a PM for my time. My light bill expensive at Europe, so if I not get the light, I not waste my time. I can use my next light bill on my game because of that I want to do, to be telling the honest truth. All right, yes, so if I not get the light, but I no more talking. Yes, continue, Pastor. Sorry about that. Let me go for the juice and come on.
Guna, you said you were going to give 5 questions. You got to 4. Well, let me deal with number 3 first, since that is the classified number of debt. No, I did not plan to start the series when I rejoined the platform on Imaxit or Imaxit with the JFF. But Guna, you are a real entertainer, because for you to unearth the conundrum that we have come to understand as the JFF in your, is this your end of year program?
Yeah.
It is a big one. The JFF has done a few things of late that deserves commendation, but to a large extent, they have not yet shifted the kind of characterization that they have embodied for years now. There is no way possible that you are going to have a competition and 6 months prior to, and any suitable excuse can be given, barring a plane crash, destroying the entire core of your team, that at this late stage, you are going to be putting together a team. Only a Zimbabwe experience can be shoveled as an excuse. Everything else is hogwash.
Or Manchester United and Sir Busby.
Okay. The truth is, Guna, it is not 8 weeks of summer. The year is divided into 4 seasons, 13 weeks per season, and Jamaica happen to be in the tropics. We do not have winter. So summer and autumn literally takes up the winter season. So you have a minimum of 13 weeks of summer. Not 8 weeks, Guna. 13 weeks minimum before school is effectively in process. When you take the football program of Jamaica in view, it is a heartache for some. It is debilitating, crippling, damning, and really too much to handle. If you are an ardent sports lover and football Reggae Boyz supporter, because the administration of football in Jamaica is Jamaica's greatest problem and hindrance to football development in Jamaica. You know why a major reason for the schoolboy football program to be used as an excuse has to be thrown out? If you take Meron Gordon coaching style and pit it against Jackie Walters' coaching style, you will realize that this is night and day. Jamaica cannot use the football season, the schoolboy football season, to select a squad, because you have a multiplicity of coaches plying different philosophies, styles, and their own egotistical additives to a football program. So you cannot say you're going to use that or have that be the prevention of you putting together a core. It is utter madness to even suggest it. You ask, what is Monsieur Gordon's credentials? I would bring to your memory that we saw this man as a coach in a recent competition. And one thing became very evident is that he does not coach players of a certain caliber. And I am not going to say he is not equipped to coach the players that ply their trade in higher leagues or better developed football programs. I am simply saying his display, his acumen, that forms his credentials. Anybody assessing coaches, Marion Gordon is a failed coach at the national or international level by virtue of his recent performance. Now, as it relates to this under 17 team, I know World Cup is still going on.
It'd have to be a little more specific than that before you could.
I would need to be more specific than that. Okay.
What?
Let me tell you.
Because I don't want.
Let me tell you on what premise. Let me tell you on what premise I would make that assessment. One, you who are primarily in charge of the final selection of the squad carry a player that cannot last 15 minutes on the field for a critical position, right back. You carry as cover an injured player. You carry. You have a midfielder that his contribution to the game is to view what is happening because he does not run. And you leave players that are evidently better rather than select them. And then you go to the competition.
No. I think you're no. I have to pass that. Marion Gordon was not the coach of the under 20.
Cataract. Marion Gordon coached recently in which competition?
In the national. Yes, yeah, you're right. I think Cataract doesn't never understand what you're saying. You're making
so in which competition? That's why I asked to be specific. Which competition?
No, he's joining his ranks of what he did this season.
Which competition?
In Austria.
He was a coach in Austria and also in the Dacosta Cup as well. He played in those competitions just the same. So he's grouping all of them, but you are not listening.
I am putting. Hold on. The reason I am Cataract, I'm putting everything because the question that Boona asking was what is his credentials? Because he's ignorant to certain things. I am using the recent ones that he used. Another point of note. If you are a youth coach, one of your biggest tools is progressive planning. How do you fall from the championship to not getting out of your first round? You have not been looking at your younger players that is supposed to come up in the side, because a lot of schoolboy football is premised on winning the competition. So if you get a good cohort, you keep them together. But if you're a sensible coach, you have to look, I'm going to win this year, what am I going to do next year? Because this is an every year competition. No wonder 3 months ago, he could have made the statement that JD highlighted and still have, because he would have known he would be the coach from then. And still at this stage, he's not finalized a core much more to have something to say to us, the public, who we would want to. Cataract, you brought up something that a lot of people don't realize. This is the catalyst that made Jamaica what it was in the World Cup 1998. Jamaica was everybody's favorite second team. Brazil went to France 98 cheering for Jamaica. England was cheering for Jamaica. Yes, we have heritage with England, but teams, African teams were cheering for Jamaica in '98 World Cup. And we seemingly tear up the blueprint and dash it away. I said on not the last program I was on with JD that the J League credits the same Rene Simoes, and look where the J League is today. And we had Rene Simoes. It's the same template, it's the same thing. The only difference is that ours became trash and theirs was put, let me use the agricultural terminology. Ours became rubbish and theirs became organic manure. So it's productive. There's another panelist, so let me leave it there.
Bring this who is that getting business call? Is it Unseen?
No. It's me. Let me mute.
Oh, in the world, this man have so much. Let me mute him. Unseen, come in, Unseen. Unseen, you hearing us? Yeah, man. We want to hear what you're saying because you're out here. All the papers, them. You know?
What's the question? No, you have asked me a question. What you want?
What do you mean? What ask your question? Answer it. Was make sure we send the link. And then you say, "What's the question?" No, we got your floor. So yes, a big boss.
All right. So basically, what we know is that the team they started the team early, but they started it early, and I was saying yes, this is the time. They have a longer time. It could have started earlier, but they started early. I think it was same time with the under 20. They started to do some recruiting and stuff like that. You know about it, JD. And, they use some areas such as St. Mary, Clarendon, Kingston, St. Catherine. Most of the areas where football played mostly in Jamaica, they went to those areas, select players that year, and they put them in the pool. Now, when the camp started, based on how the schoolboy league went, people were asking for a lot of other players, who sparked in schoolboy football, and I think they listened to us because I see a number of new players at the camp, such as, can I give you an example, such as Ronaldo Barrett. He's a Premier League player.
Sorry, hold on. I'm going to have to leave, JD. Some people are warring our country, say they must see the real selector for cataract.
Okay, sir.
May have to leave. But I want to ask, because I want to watch back this stream. So I want to ask, the 5 minutes we have before the vehicle reach, I want to ask Unseen, can you please begin by just going through the list? JD, you might just can take notes and telling us the positions that these players play. Because when I saw the list, I just got a wooden brother. Right?
Yep.
And if you can just give us the positions, and if any of them play Premier League football for a club, if you could just indicate the club, so that this is an informative stream. We are better to do that first. As a man, we're more in at the team word to the wide before we get to any assessment of the players. That would help us.
Okay, Catara. But I wanted to just make Unseen see this. Unseen, this is the loan we add to it. United States, how important this is. United States been playing game from March. From March they're playing game. From March I have records on them getting squads together. So how important that is. From March, they're playing games, physically playing games. So
JD, is that a fair question to ask Unseen?
No, because Unseen, we started a little bit early, so we have to make it hard.
That we went through that, man. We could get for no. Please, may I beg you. May I just beg you this little time stamp.
The drive not come as a catch racket. We think you said the drive coming.
Them forward.
But we can't give him a quick answer for that still.
Yeah, man, just go through and make we know the thing.
We're behind the beat. We're behind the 8 ball.
We're behind the 8 ball. We're not playing again.
That's the answer.
Do you think, Big Boss? Do you think?
All right. So Garfield Tomlinson, he's a
Tywin Lynch. We
Oh,
start.
Tyrone
What is his
Lynch, Mount Pleasant.
position?
If
What's
I
his
don't,
position?
I don't know his position.
I'm
So
seeing it. All
I
right,
don't
got
know
you.
Tyrone Lynch's position. Garfield Thompson, I don't know nothing about the Garvey Massive players. I don't know the position, but I can get them for future videos. I know a couple. All right, so we move
Go on
on.
through with who you know.
All right, O'Neill Edley. O'Neill Edley is from Glenmore High School. I think he plays attacking midfield. Right? Carlton Brown, he's a defender. Everybody know Carlton Brown Phoenix, and them play him as centre forward to us most of the time. He's a centre back. Was Javian Williams. Javian Williams is a centre back at Mannings. All right. I hear Dixon from Yorkers. I don't remember his position. Or J. Taylor, Kingston College. I don't know his position. Alexander Goodinson is a centre back at Kingston.
Is that the big centre back? Is that
Yes.
the 15-year-old?
Him deserve his spot. Yeah, him deserve his spot.
Yeah, man. He deserve his spot. Put 2 tick next to him, name JD.
Yeah, man.
The first sensible player. Let me see.
And Javian Lynch so deserve his spot, you know.
Javian Lynch?
Yeah, from Mannings High School. Javian
Williams. Okay.
I
don't watch D Cup, so I can't say that. Right?
He was a standout defender in the Mannings.
JD did a lot of D-Cup coverage, Cataract. You should not make that statement on our live.
I don't watch JD
and yes, the Mannings centre back is a credible player.
I haven't been to the D Cup matches to watch for myself.
No, but surprising, me watch more D Cup than Unseen. But all of a sudden, Cataract make Unseen the official.
You watch more what?
Me watch more D Cup than you.
No, me make him the official. Me want him and then you fill in the blanks back.
Assume you watch more D Cup.
I send Unseen back to games to watch games. I say, Unseen, you need to watch a game. Now watch a game there. And this game there yesterday game there.
We're not going with the war. We're not going to the
okay.
God bless
you. You're not giving a credit. I'm there Belgium.
No, man, you get the credit. You watch game, man. You watch game. But you don't watch more game than me.
You're still at the hype. You
don't watch more game than me.
No, Unseen.
God bless you.
All right, yeah, man. Take care.
So, I'm continue. I finish it, so I can watch it back over.
Go on.
Yeah, so I don't know the Yorkers player. I don't know.
You see, you don't even know Yorkers player. See,
I don't know the Yorkers player. Dante Peralta, everybody must know Dante Peralta. Yeah,
the most overrated, the most overhyped.
So what if I don't know him? You give me the information because I don't know.
Get the info now, Pastor. But just I said that. So most people might know him, but he plays centre back and play forward.
Dante Peralta plays centre back.
Yeah, man. He plays centre back for Mona, man. You ever see him play centre back for Mona?
Mr. Mona plays all over the place.
Alright, so I'm just telling you what he plays.
But I see him play as on the wing.
And he plays centre forward, right?
Right. Yeah.
Alright. Alright. So
the most overhyped player. The most overhyped
Cataract,
player.
You say I go about your business, Cataract. You say I go about your business still a year.
Yeah, wait for the vehicle because the people about to chop up my man them. Them cutlass shine and bubble.
So Cataract.
Yeah, go on through, yeah, man. Hitchman,
another Hitchman. So JD, if I don't know this player from the Dacosta Cup, you're supposed to tell me. I don't know him. Hitchman. Viewtech.
Well, you were Hitchman. Hitchman from Viewtech. No, me don't know him. I don't know.
No, we don't know him. Secret weapon. Hitchman is the secret weapon.
Nation Bolt Barrett. Clarendon College.
Clarendon College. I think you know him. You know him already.
He plays midfield.
You see enough of him Unseen. You see him on the bench.
Yeah, we don't know him name good.
I can't go around and know him position. I don't know all of them position and name. But I know him name. I see him name.
But he doesn't come off on the bench?
I see him on the bench already. Yeah, and he must start game in the first half. Yes, somebody will tell me. But we see him name though. We see him name already.
And then they are champions.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
You know what I mean? They're in the champion program, so.
Yes, I thought I would have seen more of them, but clearly they don't have the age, you know? They clearly don't have the age.
You are assuming.
Yes,
assuming.
I'm assuming.
Please don't make those assumptions.
What else could have stopped them from making
the facts? We have only seen one Clarendon College player. So
Oh, Amy,
16-year-olds and 15-year-olds don't attend Clarendon College.
that's what I'm saying. They can't. There is only one reason why we don't have 50 Clarendon College players here is because they don't have the age. It can't be nothing else.
No, you can't say that. I'm saying to you possibly. Can you understand what I'm saying? Mysteriously, God has taken all the 15 and 16-year-olds from Clarendon College. So you go to Clarendon College at age 12 when you pass the GSAT, 13, 14, and then you disappear and come back at 17, 18.
And it can be 16
Jason
years.
White, Glenmuir.
Before you go Cataract, when people talk about conflict of interest,
No, please.
everybody
please.
head.
No, please. I beg you. No, don't go there, sir. Please.
No. Cataract, you cannot not go there. You cannot not go there in an informative stream.
The house burned down. JD, the
Hello.
child no.
Pastor,
Cataract.
hold on, Pastor.
Hold that
Look,
right there.
listen, players born on or after the 1st of January
Yes,
2026.
16 are eligible.
22
And I'm
to-
saying,
No,
yes,
not
sir.
2026, 2006.
2006.
All right, so it can be 16 and still play.
Right. So I'm saying to you that they, for reasons unknown to us, no player who plays football was allowed to go to Clarendon College by the Ministry of Education who were born after January 1, 2006. This young man, Bolt Barrett, escaped through the strainer. Praise ye the Lord, right? That the best school in the entire island, the best football program at that level,
We need to get them
only
age.
produce one dege player.
Cataract. And let me just
However,
do this
however,
and allow
however,
Unseen to finish what he's doing.
However, the team that was knocked out in the group stage has given us 100% more. But let's go on, man. I want
Because the coach is the coach of that team.
Hold on. Yeah, but Jason White, Glenmuir.
Okay. Someone say
Jason White,
they have the
Glenmuir?
age, JD. They are in U16 All Island finals with Champion.
Thank you. I thought I saw that.
Okay. Well, Unseen have the answer to a lot of things here.
Yeah, man, I'm seeing. But may I forward though? Saying big up the eye themselves. Every man
Yeah,
just
man,
stay
take
safe.
care.
You know what I mean? May I chat just if you don't see me again, the countryman them cutlass shine and bevel up at St. Mary. So
Yeah, man.
play.
Don't worry yourself.
Yeah, man. The big cataract on the ground. Hamilton Mountain. That's over there. Move on. No.
Yeah.
I got the man I put me there. What on, sir? No, but they don't at town. But they don't at Tel Aviv. Yeah.
No, but you have to be. You have to make sure you're born. As what we said, we give you the age. We give you the exact age.
JD, it's impossible for a team of schoolboys to have
No, I'm just telling.
only
I'm just telling the
one
people.
player born after 2006. It's impossible.
All right. Unseen, continue. Finish Unseen because at
Go ahead,
3 hours
Nancy.
we're going
Yeah,
to
but put up by the player them, no bad man. Put up by the player them.
Yes, but I was just.
Yeah, but I know your highlight, man. You give the good information. I'm gonna respect that.
So where is you?
We reach Glenmuir.
Glenmore, that's Jason White. Jason White.
Nobody didn't know him.
I know him, man.
You know
him, Jason White. I think he was the captain of the under 16 team.
Jason White, Glenmuir.
And then
Jason
got
White,
the final.
Glenmuir.
I think he got the final. Quality player. Good player.
Yeah, Glenmuir deserved to be. Jason White, you could pick him off at that.
Can't throw the word quality around the player.
Glenmuir did. Then Glenmuir did well in the second side. I thought that they were one of the teams that really underperformed. Remember, they had just to what they wanted just a draw Unseen to come through the second set of games and the second leg. And they embarrassed.
What position Jason White play?
Didn't he beat them up in the final day? Don't.
No, I didn't.
What position? What position did
Edwin beat them up on the final day?
And they beat them, I made them drop out of the league. I made them go in and win Francis.
Yeah.
What
you mean,
position
didn't
does Jason White play?
Or go further than
He
that?
go forward in play now.
Forward, okay. Jason
Go
White forward.
He go forward.
And you would say Jason White is ready to play in the
Don't
champion.
quote me on it.
No, but
I
if
know him, but
he-
don't quote me on it.
If he is, yes, you would say he's ready to play the Champions League.
Which Champions League?
Cataract.
You-
Cataract, no.
Champions
Cataract, no, don't go that far. Let us
No,
go through
man.
our best players and then we fit them into a pool of making the best
But
players.
Jason
total.
White deserves his spot if he's the under 16 captain, because I know every
Yes.
spot. Ronaldo
But
Brown.
Cataract, if
Barrett.
I continue, we're not done enough.
Yeah, man, Barrett. Hiding.
All right, so Barrett is a Premier League player. He played for Cavaliers. I think he's midfielding playing, and he was a part of the Mount Pleasant. He was a part of the Mount Pleasant.
If I laugh at
He was a
them.
part of the Mount Pleasant Academy.
Yeah, man.
And, now he's at Idel. That cannot play this season. I think
Can't
he's
play. So he hasn't played any
midfield
football this season.
in schoolboy football, but he plays Premier League all games.
So he plays all games for Cavaliers.
Right in the midfield.
Okay.
Partner win with the AAA batteries.
With Christopher Pearson.
AAA battery.
But Cataract, we have
It must be Christopher Pearson, because remember he was.
Christopher Pierce is not in Jamaica.
hold on, unseen Cataract. If you have a
God, remember that's God's son, that's God's only begotten son for football.
Cataract, can you hear me, Daddy? Or Cataract?
Cataract.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yeah,
I'm hearing you.
wait, hold on, unseen. What I'm saying is, Cataract, if you have a player who's under 17 and he's playing Premier League, we must say at least he's a decent level. Would you say?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I
would
said
not-
he's partnering with God's only begotten son, Christopher Pearson.
But
But
I'm saying to you that Christopher Pierce is not in Jamaica.
He knows.
where's he, sir?
So why Christopher Pierce?
Is he on farm work?
He might play for one club overseas anyway.
Which club?
I don't remember the club name, but some second division team
Second division team where? In Cayman?
USL in America.
He's not in the USL. What a top 10 liner, man.
So what the man is signed? Ansi, what the man? Cataract, what the man is signed for? Never come up with the show you what the man signed for.
Hey, if you find just type in Christopher Pierce and hear
Just
the
type in
problem.
Christopher Pearson, JD, and do the back row. But let's go.
No,
on.
I'm not doing
So
that.
Barrett, Premier League player, Cavaliers. Yes, tick. Him tick my box. But he's not playing a cool boy football, so tick my box too.
You
Adrian
think some relevant?
Adrian Reed.
I know. Adrian Reed, St. George's College. Yeah, Cavaliers, and he was the captain of St. George's High School. Played last season. Played very well in the Cavaliers team also.
Play very well in which team?
Cavaliers team.
I didn't hear you saying it low, man. I'd seen you're a man with good diction and you're a coach, man. Give me the coach's voice where you shout off and play them in the academy. Cavaliers team. Say it loud, man.
Cataract.
Hold on,
And you know,
man.
Cataract. And I defend.
Stop, no, man.
Mr.
Hold on.
And
No,
hold on,
JT, because
Cataract.
it's not an argument. We just want to hear the information. I am not making a disparagement.
Cataract can make so much noise. Yes, make so much noise.
You just want
Cataract. See off for the semantics, man.
No, man, but you whisper when you say Cavaliers. Somebody just want the public
All
to
right,
hear.
you continue.
No, man.
No, man.
Malik Robinson. Malik Robinson.
No, just relax, man.
Mm.
Malik Robinson, I don't know the government say so. Maybe JD can answer that one.
Which one? Malik?
Malik Robinson.
Malik, where it is? Malik Robinson.
Is that the fourth Garvey Masio player?
Yeah, man. I think that's the one that I actually know. Malik Gallimore, Malik Robinson from Garvey Massey. That's the one that we actually saw.
What position he plays?
Cataract, you can't ask me the position I play. Then I see them by the video. I know, I see them.
But no, man, that's a laugh, man.
But I know, I see him.
People, I'm out of here. Big up to yourself.
Yes, man. Thank you very much, Cataract.
Yeah, man. Go on with the semantics.
Yes, so we get rid of Cataract now. Yes, all right.
So
Before I say the point with Cavaliers, we have we have to compartmentalize the discussion where we know the fans them feel a certain way about Mr. Speed, but we have to be honest to like the players, because if you're Sunday Cavaliers and he's a good player, we still don't want them use Mr. Speed Fat Fry a player.
Yeah, but we
you know what I mean?
we weren't
No, man, a cataract, a
No,
clear
you know
cataract.
when Cataract
Because me that take the
One,
Premier League
if a
player
player
every day over any
pick
schoolboy.
on merit.
To be fair, if the
the reason why
player
we are
is
position.
ineligible for the schoolboy season but finds a place in any of the teams in the JPL, you have to, despite the low quality of the JPL must be considered a higher level tier, a
Than
higher
the
tier than the schoolboy football. So if a
1,000.
player is
Exactly.
holding his own in any of the JPL team and he's at this stage, he must be selected.
I've said
He
that
must be
here. That
selected.
JPL is higher than the Manning Cup. So anybody makes the
Yeah,
JPL.
that's and
consider-
it's
Who will
grown
I
men.
compare
It's
that?
more
Who will I
physical.
compare that? Who
It's
will I
more
compare that?
physical.
No, but true
Then
JT are
everything
saying
physical, tactical, everything better than the schoolboy.
yeah, I believe so. I saw the schoolboy football and yeah, I truly believe so. Yes. So but continue big boss with your players them. Cause you try test my knowledge and the player them. But me gonna get Malik Robinson's position and everything. Yes, I'm gonna get all of those things.
DeAndre Gallimore, Clarendon College. I don't know.
Them TV they never do a good job at all.
Jamar Bell, midfield. Now,
Jamar Bell, Woolmers.
Center forward.
Woolmers that.
Center
Yeah.
forward. Yeah, but
Dillian John.
I think he's injured. Though I never have a good season.
Gallimore from Clarendon College. Isn't he he plays? Isn't he one of the defenders at Clarendon College, JD?
DeAndre Gallimore.
Yeah. Isn't he one of the defenders at Clarendon College?
What the question?
Unless he's a fullback.
Gallimore. You said you did not know about Gallimore from Clarendon College. I am trying to remember if he was one of the defenders at Clarendon College.
No, I don't think so, man. He's either he's a no, I think he's a midfielder, man. I think he's a midfielder. I don't think he and if he's if he's a defender, he's one of the fullbacks. Them. I don't think he's a centre back though. Yeah, we know he can play more than one. Everybody can play more than one position in their system. Yes, but I think he's a midfielder. He's a midfielder, man. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So yes. Dylan John now is a midfielder, Jamaica College.
Yeah, Dylan
John is a part of the under 15 national.
Yeah, but I think he can get a trials on his name.
He's a sticky. Right there, he's a good pick. Phoenix Academy, JC.
Yes, Forever United, we say he's a midfielder. But
all right, Dustin Cohen played Premier League for their United. Went to Netherlands with Reda Maker, the academy up by Campion there. You know.
That's what Kingston Academy. You're talking. Yes, man.
He's a sticky.
Cohen. Yeah, Cohen deserves. He performed well in that academy, even though they played more not the highest level in the class.
And I think he's the leading goal scorer, and he's leading goal scorer at the NBA.
I think he deserves to be in it. So I have no problem with that one. Yeah.
All right. Denzel Washington Mackenzie, Mona High School, deserve him spot.
Yeah, you think he deserves his spot?
More than deserving.
That's Denzel from the under 20?
No.
That's not
Mona team.
You remember Denzel was scored on CC in the wedding day. He scored on the goal for Mona in the Champions Cup. Well, CC the battle goes.
Yeah, they can go back and look at it. Yeah. Denzel
and I've never known him young, you know. He could have played on 16.
Yeah, well, a lot of them and it's done. A lot of them and it. So
he's talented. For me, he's talented. It's gonna be hard for Dylan John to get midfield over him.
Yeah, really?
Only overseas player I think can come and take him game.
Don't count it out so much. Don't count out Dylan
John.
No,
for real, man. Look at the talent him score is a scoring
No, but
midfielder.
and see, we kind of have to take we have to take it with a grain of salt, yeah, because
So
once it
no,
have anything to do with the Phoenix, you know, and the Mona camp, you know.
no
You
man, that youth are proving himself to my talent, bro. You know, take we
I,
don't
I will wait and see which one of them will
I'm
get
JD.
that.
proven player, man.
JD, JD, again, let me interject to keep the balance. The young player must be judged by his exploits and not by the club
His club.
or person to whom he's attached.
Yes.
So we're judging him based on what he has shown. Yes, we want to know where he's attached so we can get a mental picture and remember him well. So that's why we need to know Mona and Phoenix. We are not judging the selection of the player by.
I know the one unseen. That's one
Yep.
club wants the people that unseen seem to want to always patch in something extra. Because I said
All
I
right.
will Dylan John. Dylan John is not a poor footballer, so give him an opportunity. I will write it down. Dylan John versus Mackenzie. I will see which one gets.
But is Dylan John 1 year older, JD? So at his age, he's probably ahead of Dylan John at that same age. However, in terms of a system of play at the international level where they are going, that's a different conversation.
Nobody cares about the head. The whole of them are playing in the same team this year. So even if he's 2 days younger, the next one gets a spot.
JD, so your cause JD, the man him start to me a second thing now, JD.
Oh no, man, no. Sorry. But no, true. You know, you come up and say I'm Mona first.
No. Pastor want to know what about him. You don't want me to tell them say everybody should know about them. And that me normally say when I'm reach Mona, everybody should know. But
Yeah.
So me I tell him not. So you're
All right. No. True. Me here. I go. Sorry. All right. Continue, sir. Continue.
All
Let
right.
me leave you alone.
So we move on now to Damaria Bailey, Kingston College. I don't know this player. I don't know this player. All right.
Damaria Bailey, Kingston College. He can't be he's not a starter. He's on the bench. How much times? Or maybe he's in the coals. You know.
No, some remember most of them players get selected, you know, from the trials, you know. You understand me? And not maybe because of schoolboy football.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Because I don't know that one, Damaria Bailey. I don't see man none of the papers that I have. Let me pull up on a KC play papers them here just to see it. He's in the under 16. Okay, he obviously. All right, continue.
All right.
They said he's in the course.
Leighton
Murray. Yeah, Murray from Jago.
I don't know him.
You know him? You don't know him?
No. Oren Watson. Glenmore, I don't know him. Jadavid Wall, Excelsior, I don't know him.
Okay. All right. So
but there are other players that were had to add to the camp.
Yes.
Such as
I heard that, but I can't confirm it. You saw them there?
Me can confirm it.
Okay.
Matty
So
Ellis.
Unseen can confirm it. Not JD.
Matty Ellis, Gibbs from KC, and there's a centre forward from Stats who, you know, he missed I missed the goal against JC.
JC the time. Okay. No, but he finds good.
He's a good player.
Yeah, he finds good position.
Good position.
Score.
Yes. Matty Ellis now is a midfielder from Charlemont High School who got the leading goal scorer for Charlemont. Scored that wonderful free kick against Dintil. Under 20 goalkeeper.
Yes.
Asha Hutchinson. And so far from the camp, Matty Ellis, the training yesterday, he assisted and scored. And so he's getting good review from the coaches. So hopefully he's there in January.
So what should be the expectations? Based on what you're getting from the people.
We're not finished yet. Gibbs. Everybody know Gibbs from KC with
okay.
with Mattison and Whisper.
KC.
Yes.
Gibbs.
Gibbs was a good player. You think you watch him, Pastor?
No, not me. Okay. Because I saw them. I saw them.
The KC lineup.
You watch Gibbs?
I saw the games that JD provided are the only games that I saw. So yes,
Gibbs played in those games as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes, those are
They did a
the only
rotation.
local football,
Yeah.
JD. The only local football that I was privy to see are those that you carried.
Okay.
So
okay.
like the Gibbs and them, I would have seen them when
Yeah,
you
man.
carried
Yeah,
the
man. Yeah,
KC game,
you saw them.
and that is why I had the issue with the lack of Clarendon College presence, because they
Yeah.
provided the best system of play for the entire schoolboy competition.
All right. So let me just finish off this because we have to go at some point. 3 hours we are here. We had 2 hours on the mark and we did 1 hour extra. But we want to get that question in because Unseen seems to get in more information than me. So all of a sudden people will say Unseen is more of the legendary
No,
analyst.
man, now get all by information, man, because you know we're
Yes,
close to
yeah, better behavior.
he's a part. Carl is a part of his scouting.
Okay, you're a part of the scouting. All right.
I mean, I say so, man. Just don't quote me.
All right, so Auntie, so you're part of it. So Auntie, no overseas players. Who are the overseas players them that people can go and look up?
All
That
right,
would
so
be
there's a player from USA was they said that he's the captain of the US under-17 team who wants to play for Jamaica. Doesn't want to play for US. And but there's a problem with his birth paper. His father name spelled wrong. You know, Peak are not doing any lot of work now. But this is a national issue. I think there's somebody should.
So he's not going to play there. He's not going to play, and they have to try.
I know the manager. The manager is on the case at the moment.
Okay. So he's the only one.
I know. There's two other players with him who is here.
Okay. They are already here. The captain is already here, or the captain never?
The captain is not here because of the issue. He's trying to get the issue sorted out. But there are 2 other players who plays with him, same agent working with the training.
Okay, good.
So you know, the Jamaicans, the coach are trying best, and the management are trying best. They know the right thing, you know, I tell you. But there are other persons there who are giving it a little fight.
Okay. Well, that is sad though. So but we saw more than 50 players. So you never saw anything because you're one of the analyzers. Them obviously I know that you weren't in America. So but you saw clips and stuff. So you didn't see any one of those kids because I saw them, you know, and I know some of these players, and I can tell you that a lot of them impressed me, to be honest, and I knew that people impressed them. So what are the procedures? Like but they don't have any passport or nothing. What's the procedure for them not to pick none of these guys? Like more, because it was a lot of guys there.
So that this is the thing, you know. That's why we need to come on and talk. So if me and say something we're inaccurate now, you're supposed to come and give us the accurate one now. Ian Campbell. I don't know why you just don't say, all right, I'm saying you never get it right, but this is the right way. And then we'll put it together. No show JD.
Yes, of course. Yeah, man. Yes. Yeah. And if you have the information, put it in the chat, bro. And we can just continue. But we have only 10 minutes, Ian. And tomorrow we have to.
But when you have attack somebody, you don't come with the right.
Yes, you need passport and papers, no problem. Just provide it. Maybe that's what they said to. So looking at Unseen, you're looking at Ian. If Unseen says some paperwork problem, you know, and you know the specific paperwork problem, him still right, you know. Even if him says a passport, he say, you know, him still right here because that's the way the other people are gonna give him. You know, they're not gonna tell him the exact details. Just tell him, say, yo, this is the reason why this man can't play because his passport is your birth paper issue. You understand me? So at least him still give the people something. So you just tell them exactly what the problem is, and then we move on, Ian.
Right. Simple as that. Anyway, though, my expectation. You don't ask me a question.
Yeah.
You're my problem now. I personally speaking, I don't like. So you're gonna give the coach credit now. Give him credit for opening up more players to come in to be looked at and open up.
Yes.
Move away the quota business and I try to look for some players overseas. because I'm not impressing any goalkeeper in the schoolboy football who is at the age to play. So they have to go overseas for a goalkeeper, right?
Okay.
Apart from the two centre backs, what I like from schoolboy football, the one from Monies and one from Stats, I don't see any more here where we can say wow factor, like good and then. So they're looking for them for others overseas, right? In the midfield, I think we're solid in the midfield based on what I'm seeing. But if they are better overseas, it's okay. We can find out who is the better one. And I think Matthew Ellis is good. I think Denzel Watkins is good. Dylan John is good. You understand me? And maybe I don't know about the Gabi Master players. But one thing I know is that the coach only can coach what he knows. And his system cannot work at the international stage. His system cannot work. I'm going to say it again. For me, film boom kick football cannot work at the international stage. Will he change? I don't know. Can he teach a different system? I don't know. So there's some me have a little shaking.
So you're practically saying then, based off that, you think that the coach will pick the players them that can work with his system then, and we have to just understand.
I don't know if I'm going to change the system.
Unseen, don't answer it that way. Before Cataract left, he interrupted what I was saying about the credibility question that Jamaican Guna had asked. I have been the vanguard of saying this about our local coaches. Our local coaches are not adaptable.
No, don't say our local coaches.
Unseen, let me say it this way. Unseen, let me say it this way. And I am speaking in specificity to those that have been given positions at the national level.
Say that.
Those that have been given positions at the national level. Under 17, under 20s, we both male and female, we have seen where they have dropped the ball in getting the best out of the best available players to Jamaica, especially when these players ply their trade outside of Jamaica in other systems of play. I don't know Mr. Gordon personally to have any personal vendetta against him. I am answering Guna's credibility question and credentials question, and I am saying by the track record of the coaches at under 17 male and female, under 20 male and female, we have not done well as coaches. And it is there for everybody to see. We don't see the best players perform at their best under these local coaches. We don't get that in none of the competitions that we have entered in. And I don't think I'm being harsh.
You can't say that because I've seen Clarendon College doing well.
But you said Clarendon, people said that Clarendon College coach will not be considered because he doesn't have whatever they required to get it.
No,
done.
but them can make him get him things. Same like how they make Merangard get him things.
So Merangard never got to do the test.
Unseen. And I'm saying, again, the statement that I made, hold on, Unseen. The statement that I made is in regards to the coaches around the national setup at age group levels. So when I make that statement, it's around those coaches that have been given the task to guide the teams at the different age group at the national levels. All of them has fallen short of getting the best out of the best available players to them. All of them has fallen short. So when you make the statement now, that you don't think his style is going to cut it at the international level, it is magnifying that statement that I made previously.
Right.
Yeah, finish your point, Unseen, because we have to chop it off here. We cannot go extra. Tomorrow we will continue this one. So Unseen, finish your point, Big Boss, because I like the honesty there, Yes. And maybe that's the reason why we have to lead to this man picking most of these players, because maybe he can get better out of them than
no. You have good players there who can play any system. If certain coach get a team here for coach, telling you. And get time also. Not only get players, but get time. Because time is very important.
Maran Gardner never did talk about the team 3 months ago. So and it seemed like him know him one.
Yeah, but you will start something, and then when you start, you can go in and tell you know money to carry player, so you can't host the player. What you gonna do? You have to just work with them as a coach. What you gonna do? You understand me? Right. So at the end of the day, although we not too like him style of play, him still for a shot because of some resource problem. So if anything around blame up for sure both ways. You get me from. But what I say is that at the international level, no defender now gonna make a mistake like the schoolboy football player, centre back. Where ball will play long and then we're gonna make a mistake. You have to open brace and make a mistake so we can get the ball and go score. We have to can pass the ball. You know, codification football, tactical rundles, stuff like that you have to apply on the ball. You get where I come from? You have to can move the ball from different areas of the field. Why would this? Why we move with this? Why would that? You understand me? Or we break down a team with a 4-4-2 formation, right? Or we break down a team where we play a low block, right? Or we break down a team where compact in the middle. You know, what we do for pretty them type of something. Miranga and play one way to me and schoolboy football. We keep the ball long. And then we have some players where they dominant, like Clear Clark and them boy, they have some Premier League experience. Run past and kick the goal. And Cousins. Big and tall and strong.
And you don't think we're gonna have that advantage this time around? So it's gonna.
And this a country, you know, the best out of US, you know, man. How much million players?
We know.
What kind of mistake them are gonna make a centre back?
We're not going to run past anybody. We're not going to run past anybody.
So you are saying that he has to have more tactics than those normal average tactics because people expect that's a basic of football, so they expect to see that. So you have to bring something different to the table. So maybe you just go and check him, and then we will know if him can bring something to the table. Because we don't want to go cast him off because him did get a draw.
But you want to go on now. The same thing what they say, because we say we are going to give Fuzzy a chance, and they will give Fuzzy a chance now. You know?
Then we can't fire him. We can't fire him.
We can't fire him, but me I say, we give Fuzzy a chance, right?
Yes.
And we'll give Fuzzy a fair chance, and then we'll find out, say, boy, the system is right.
Yeah.
You know say? The system and then the players then.
What you are saying is that you already said this man is not right. And we there say Fuzzy was not good enough because we got the chance to see Fuzzy in the CCCC. And we say, yo, this dinosaur football can't work, you know, man. You understand?
No, but me did see it because me have to tell people say, but me look on the basis say, all right, youth football now, him go and go to George. So let me see what we're going on. So maybe the big man they make tough. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, please.
But you say international footballers can't be head tough because they play in a big league and they do the normal thing where the people want them to do. But why for Jamaica, they
have to be teachable, JD. This is the damaging section of Jamaican football. We have young players who are expected to be teachable, but coaches that cannot be taught.
All right, Pastor. Let me end it right here. So, Unseen, massive respect. Thanks very much. People, massive respect. Thanks very much. Tomorrow, we will try our best to see if we can get this on. Because remember, we have the third and fourth, which have a show respect to Morocco. So, that's tomorrow as well. So, we will be covering that. We have to close the World Cup show because we want to see if Messi will get his title. Because what if a bad man Jamaican people have?
JD. No. I know you're in your rap. No, I know you're in the rap. But permit me just to say that because you made that statement. I know you're in the rap. I do not cheer for Argentina. I do not cheer for Messi. Hold on. I don't cheer for Argentina. I don't cheer for Messi. But tomorrow, but Sunday. Hold on. Sunday. I know bad man Messi. I am a purist football sports fan. I believe Argentina deserve better than Diego Maradona. So I want Argentina to win. I am not cheering for Argentina now, but I want Argentina to win so that Messi becomes the face of Argentinian football.
Good. I understand what you're saying.
Finish the rap.
You have a lot of bad men who want to fight against MIC. You have anything to say, Auntie?
I mean, Mbappe are going to World Cup.
All right. So, I told you, I'm not going to say it. I prefer not to speak to people. What would you say if a lot of people, when the maestro...
I'm a bad man, the reality I got me.
You see, you know what, let me just finish the show because this is start the next war. So peace out, guys. Take care and see you in the next one.